Hello everybody and welcome to Madden NFL 2004 week number 2 here in Random Rosters. Thanks so much for joining me and happy Tuesday. If you would like more of this, be sure to scroll down and subscribe, ring the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. You can catch this every Tuesday here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. We're going to play 3 games. Well, play is a strong word. We're going to watch 3 games of Madden 2004 here in the franchise mode using a random computer fantasy drafted roster. We saw 3 games last week, a couple of duds. A Carolina Panthers team I think is actually going to be interesting to keep an eye on. In a couple of weeks they'll get a much better quarterbacks, maybe not the correct way to say that, but they should get a better and stronger quarterback. I guess I kind of just said the same thing either way. Doesn't matter. They're going to get Drew Brees back, so that'll be interesting to see how they continue to do throughout the rest of the season. I mean, it's early, obviously. You lose them for a couple of weeks at the beginning of the season. That's a lot different than losing them toward the end of the season. So we'll see how that plays out. One of the divisions, I believe it was the AFC South, went completely winless last week. And we'll see if one of those teams can pick up a win today. The third game, by the way, last week was terrific. That Packers-Vikings game was so good. This week we have 3 matchups for you. We are going to check out the game of the week, which I think is kind of a fun thing to just kind of throw in, especially early on. And that is going to be the Dolphins and the Jets. Then we're going to check out a couple of cross-conference games, and that is going to be future Super Bowl matchup between the Patriots and Eagles, and we're going to watch the Texans play the Saints, wherever that was. Somewhere up here. Actually, you know what? We'll lead off with that. Saints taking on the Texans. Game number 1 of 3. We'll get you, standings, all that good stuff. Results, standings at the end of the video. I still haven't been able to find like a good outro graphic, so it'll probably just be me talking again. So look forward to that. And we're just going to hang out and watch some football. I love making it, and hopefully you enjoy watching it. A couple of winless teams fighting in New Orleans.
Well, the first week is
I took the audio down just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too quiet. I can always boost it back up. I might boost it up, but turn the volume of the commentary down just a little bit. We have all new teams here. Carson Palmer, a rookie, leading this New Orleans Saints team.
And the ability to hit a receiver anywhere on the field. There's not too many like this guy. And we could see him put up big numbers in this one.
The Saints have some
Plexico Burress.
big reason for his success passing. Now, this is his favorite target, and when you see what he can do with a football in his hands, it's easy to understand why. The coaches have told us that they wanted to get him some catches early in the game, so we'll have to see if they stick to that game plan.
Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired.
I do wish that Madden had a better way of showing the rosters. That would be nice. Here's a look at the NFC South standings. New Orleans currently in 3rd.
Leclerc will be kicking off. Booming kick downfield.
That'll be touchback in the end zone. Good call there. The Super Bowl champion has been crowned for the NFL, and now it's the XFL's turn to go. You'll have the USFL coming up a little bit later. Canadian football happen over the summer, and then we'll loop right back around to the NFL season. I saw a tweet today talking about how with the addition of the XFL and the USFL, 43 of 52 weekends have some form of professional football. More people getting more experience, head coaching, playing, doing, coordinators getting experience. It's a nice interception there. That's thrown over the middle to a linebacker making a terrific pick. That'll be 1st and 10 Texans at the 10-yard line. Probably 1st and goal, actually. Tried to get it over that. He didn't really have to jump that high. Tried to get it over the top, but could not do it. And we have our first turnover of the game as I'm trying to explain that. I like that we have an XFL and a USFL. I think the XFL has a couple of really great, like, the kickoffs I think are really good in the XFL, and I love the replay review process. It is terrific and interesting, and I would love to see that adapted in the NFL. Oh my gosh, a fumble! I can't explain anything here. It's going to be about a 5-yard loss, second down and 16, or 15, excuse me, for Houston. It was on the 16-yard line.
Sets up.
Did he just say Tuiasosopo?
The running back gets about 3.
Have we really watched 2 games? Yeah, with Washington quarterbacks?
New Orleans looking for pass. There are only 3 down linemen and 7.
There's a nice little find out to the flat. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and probably about 9. So Houston kind of gets that automatic 3 with the position of the turnover. And Tuiasosopo could be a backup quarterback as well, with the fact that he is fielding he's the holder on these field goal attempts. The kick is up and the kick is good. So Chandler knocks it through, and it's a 4-play, 5-yard drive. That goes for takes a minute and 1 second off the clock, and we'll reset and see what New Orleans has on their second drive of the day. But I think it's fantastic. A couple of extra leagues. I think the XFL has a bit of a partnership with the NFL. If the NFL could use these as like a farm system or like a G League, I think that would be positive for kind of everybody involved.
Right now, ready to call their first play on this drive. The Saints appear capable of running away with this game, John, if they can get everything.
But we'll see how these leagues fare. The XFL died because of COVID back in 2020, which is pretty wild to think about. I mean, the football wasn't like great, but
under pressure, throws it out over to the left. That incomplete pass brings up
a couple of drop passes and a pick here for number 9 of the New Orleans Saints, and it's not Drew Brees. He's on a different team. Not sure exactly what number 9 we're seeing here in the gold and the black and gold. If you're curious more about Drew Brees, terrific prism on the Secret Base channel that looks at Drew Brees through a few different lenses. Makes his story a little more incredible. Feels like kind of a... Oh, it's Carson Palmer. That's right. They showed him at the beginning. I don't know. Seems like it might be a little much for it, but it does give some context. Some interesting context, I thought, that really shows how special a player he was, especially when he got to New Orleans and led them to a Super Bowl title. So the Saints do a whole lot of nothing, and we are looking at some, maybe a couple more teams that we go, you know what, that's enough. I'd be surprised if we watch another Jacksonville Jaguars game this year. They got absolutely thwacked last week.
Hey, no reason to take a chance.
And the Saints are not off to a great start with a rookie quarterback. We did see Atlanta draft a rookie quarterback with Joey Harrington and do a very nice job getting all the way to the NFC Championship game, where they fell to Tom Brady and the Cowboys, who went on to win it all. Oh, Tuiasosopo is going to go with a little bit of a quarterback option. Runs off the right side, but not a whole lot doing there.
The coach will tell his quarterback that if nothing's open and you see some room, take off and get some yards. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Mason, the motion man. Fullback handoff.
Going to try a fullback handoff. That might be Mike Allstott. See if he turns. It is not. I don't think that was Allstott at all. Hopefully you old school football fans are enjoying the use of a fullback, which happens on like the 49ers these days, and that's about it. Felt like Green Bay was one of the last teams to hold out on the fullback with John Kuhn. K-U-H-N, K-H-U-N. Big fan favorite.
Great call that time as he's able to get it past the marker for a first down.
So a first down for the Texans. That is the first down of the game about halfway through quarter number 1. Carson Palmer's a rookie. Marcus Tuiasosopo, it is indeed who I am thinking of. Would have graduated from the University of Washington and would be
about a 1-yard loss.
Pretty early in his career. I don't know exactly how early, but we could find out through the power of the internet. Oh, wow. Okay. Misspelled his name pretty horribly. I apologize for that, but it got me close enough. Sometimes you just need autocorrect to help you just a little bit. Just enough.
Third and long. Ball on their own 39.
Oh, wow. He actually is a little older than I realized. Marquez, if you were curious how to spell that first name. Kind of just went with the spelling that I knew and just figured it out. Drafted in the second round of the 2001 NFL draft.
Just when they need him to.
Looks like he's coaching at the University of Washington now.
Leckler is looking for a good punt here. Here's the kick. Fair catch.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good job of getting downfield by the
Huskies in 2000 as a senior. Tuiasosopo led the Huskies to the Pac-12 title and a 34-24 Rose Bowl victory over Drew Brees and the Purdue Boilermakers, named MVP.
Tosses it right.
Tries to go with a stiff arm, but not a whole lot going off that right side.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job.
Now, that picture was old, by the way. So, Tuiasosopo left California, become the offensive coordinator at Rice in 2021. Head coaching record.
No problem.
That was all the way back in 2013. Undefeated as a college coach. Won the Fight Hunger Bowl. Oh, he was interim when Steve Sarkisian left.
They line up in the I formation.
I feel like that was when both the Cougars and the Huskies were pretty bad. Right around that area. It's just that Washington's always been able to get back into it like in a quicker manner, whereas it feels like the Cougars just kind of get lucky every once in a while. Oh, here's this magical, fun, awesome season with Gardner Minshew. Excited to go see the Cougars play this year. They're going to play Wisconsin in Pullman. I believe that is September 9th, so that'll be a good time.
Dropping back, pressure, throws it.
Oh, that was into double coverage, which is a pretty poor decision, though not all that surprising for a rookie quarterback. We have an absolute 3-0, or an absolute barn burner at 3-0. 24 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
You're right there in position to knock the pass away or force an interception.
Under pressure with the throw.
Oh, and that one is into the hands of the defender. Just can't come away with it. Great coverage here by these backs and safeties on the of the Houston Texans. They're all over these receivers without separation. They're taking advantage of poor decisions from Carson Palmer, the quarterback, throwing it into coverage or either tight single coverage or into double coverage, batting those balls away, not allowing the what was that, Keenan McCardell? Not allowing the receivers to win those matchups.
Tuiasosopo gets set, man in motion. Pressure coming. Throwing.
Somehow evaded the pressure, and somehow that was a completed pass. He's down inside the 30. Tackled down near the 25-yard line. I thought that was going to be a pick as that came in. But a nice find. Tuiasosopo just kind of staying steady in the pocket. Finding a receiver. Giving him an opportunity for some yak. That'll put him in field goal range again as the first quarter winds to a close right now.
So we've
That was
reached
good
the end of the
timing.
first quarter. We've got a close one underway with the Texans ahead of the Saints 3-0. The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 25-yard line. Stewart comes in motion. Closing in.
Tuiasosopo throws to the left, and that is in and out of the hands. That is batted away, maybe. I mean, that has got to be a catch. You got to come away with that if you're a receiver in the NFL. It was a good throw right on the money by Tuiasosopo. And it sets up a 2nd down and 10 to start quarter number 2.
Tuiasosopo sets up. Thomas setting up play action.
Oh, a beautiful play action pass, and they can't come up with a tackle. It's a touchdown. These Houston Texans looking good on that drive. Bounced off of them a couple of times across the plane, and we got a 9-0 ball game. I had to remember what the score was, then do some math. Real tricky. Real tricky.
They'll get set for the extra point. And it's on its way.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 3-play, 67-yard drive. Took 27 seconds off the clock. That is a fantastic drive. The one play, play number 2, I guess, would have been the incomplete pass, and otherwise it was positive plays for the Houston Texans, who now have a double-digit lead at 10-0. Curious if these New Orleans Saints play the Jacksonville Jaguars, because both those teams look bad.
Leckler is just about ready to kick this one away. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 1. He brings it down. Runs over the tackle. The defense did a very good job against them the last time they had possession, forcing a punt.
Yes, they did. Al Michaels' defense has done a terrific job all game long.
It's 1st and 10.
Granted, just a little over a quarter gone, but the Saints have shown no ability to make progress.
They'll go from the I formation, using motion. Going to the air on 1st down. Throwing.
Throws to the left, finds a wide open receiver who kind of got bumped off of that first guy and ran backwards. It might actually be a 2nd down and 10. They're not going to give him forward progress, most likely. And it's 2nd down and 9, which should have been about a 5-yard gain. Ended up being a 1-yard gain, thanks to momentum and collision with the defender. Palmer throws down the right side, finds a receiver, and it's fumbled. Oh my goodness, the Saints finally get a positive play, and they just can't do anything with it. That is unbelievable right there. No challenge, no look at it. I might take a look at that one real quick. Oh, New Orleans is going to challenge a fumble. I thought maybe he had hit the ground. It seemed like it was kind of weird.
What the official will be looking for here is to see if the knee is down.
That knee, I believe, is going to be down. Here's a much better angle at it. Knee down. Ooh.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
Oh, it's overturned. Okay. It looked like it was going to be close. But it is a very weird situation where New Orleans finally gets a positive play, and of course it ends in disaster for them, apparently. Offense is trying to find a little bit of rhythm off the hands. Incomplete. That's a bad incompletion right there.
It's hard to figure out how a pass like that could go right through your hand. The quarterback made the right read, and he delivered a very catchable ball. He just didn't catch it.
Dropping back. Throwing. And it's caught. It brought the heat, but it was a good throw.
He read the blitz and he got rid of the ball very quickly. This is the kind of guy.
Nice
you
find
love
there
to
by
have behind
Palmer.
center. The kind of guy that won't get rattled when he feels a big rush coming.
The Texans
Going to set up a third down and very manageable at 3rd and 2.
gives the ball off.
Off the left side, they try to bounce him to the outside. It kind of works. They tried to stretch it, force him to go east and west instead of north and south, and it almost worked for a moment, but couldn't come up with that tackle. Number 32, I believe it's entering James, slipping the tackle, making actually a couple of guys miss before, mercifully for the Houston Texans defense, kind of just falling down after a pretty solid gain. And the Saints are starting to pick it up a little bit here. The last couple of drives for these offenses have been really solid. I mean, when you compare it to the first two drives where just nothing happened. Turnover that led to a field goal. Just like some punting. Oh my goodness. Beefcake alert. He is breaking tackles. And I mean, that's... If you have a rookie quarterback like they do with Carson Palmer, why are you not throwing or just turning around and handing the ball off? James picked up 7 on that one. Leave him in the backfield by himself. I'm actually all right with that play on a 2nd down and 3. See if you can find a nice little short route. I love the play call. It's a short, quick drop. Looking immediately for the receiver who's free. Probably a primary read right there. Find a spot in the zone. Maybe it's a soft man-on-man situation.
So it's 1st and goal.
Find a first down.
9 yards out.
1st and goal from the 9.
Over the run once again. They only needed a few, but that play didn't get them anything.
It's always tougher to move the ball down there by the goal line. There's a lot less field to protect, so the defense can afford to play more aggressively. You just got to be sure that you maintain your gap assignment, so no misdirection plays or plays to the outside get by you.
Nice play there by the Houston Texans defense to slow the run game down a little bit. And then, of course, they give it up on the very next play. 10-yard touchdown rush is going to make this a 10-6 game. Extra points pending. The last episode did get a copyright claim. I never did look at that on my end. I saw it on my mobile. See details, but it's a lot better to look at it on the actual desktop version. It was Feeling This album version by Blink-182, played for a grand total of 12 seconds. Mercifully, the content was not affected. I should probably try and take the stadium music off. But 7-play, 40-yard drive takes a little over a minute and a half off the clock, and we got a 3-point game halfway through quarter number 2.
And they'll try and repeat those results the next time they get the ball.
Very interested to see what kind of adjustments the defenses make here. Offenses have looked pretty potent over the last 2 drives.
They'll return this one.
Game of adjustments.
From
about the 3-yard line up to the 20, he'll get tackled at the 21. For whatever reason, the receivers or returners kind of slow down right when they get to the 20. Like, I'm not sure where I'm going here. Oh, Captain, my captain, please direct me. I'm scared. Help.
Hand it off.
Running off the left side. He'll get spun down after a gain of 1, maybe 2. Wow, they're going to actually give him a gain of 4. I did not realize how effective that run play was. I formation for the Houston Texans.
They give it to the halfback.
Go with a little delayed run. I love it. Bouncing off the right side. Find a little bit of room. Hitting a spin move. That'll pass the mark for the first down. It'll be 1st down and 10.
And slows down the pass rush. And you can run the draw for good yardage. You really open things up for the passing game.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 33. Only one man back.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Sopo sets up, using motion. Going to the air on first down. With the throw.
Oh, we got tipped by the middle linebacker.
I'll tell you, he did
Off the
everything
hands
right
and
on that
incomplete. A
Lead
terrific
quarterback
athletic play
got
right there, as
himself
we've already
in
hit the
good
2-minute
position to
warning.
make the interception. When it got to him, just bounced off his hand. The defense can't afford to take too many gambles by going for a pick when they should just try and knock it down. One mistake can lead to a big play for the offense.
That's going to set up a second down and 10. Another throw. That's going to go to the left side. It's going to be caught that time in between a couple of defenders. And they'll get into Saints territory down near the 45-yard line.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
45-yard line.
Under pressure.
Ooh, tackled back behind the 50. That'll be about a 6-yard loss. Broke that one, or got off that one block and took him down. Very efficient play there. Second down and 16 coming up. I forgot what I was going to look up.
Following the sack, it's second and long.
The XFL schedule.
Sixth play of this drive. Gets rid of it.
Off the hands and incomplete.
Almost, but no catch.
And the receiver dropped it. He was either thinking about the hit that was coming or the run after the pass. But you have to think about the catch first.
Oh, darn it. The Seattle Dragons aren't in Seattle when I was going to be in Seattle.
Just won't
Damn it. That would have been so cool to go
Watch
to.
it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down. Being in range like this, they probably want to conserve some time so they can get a score. They don't want to let the other guys have much time to do anything.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
They're in Arlington.
drops back.
How much do you think XFL
The
tickets
Texans
are?
call a timeout. They have two remaining.
$24?
Possession broke down there.
Oh, they're playing that in a baseball stadium?
The defense had more guys rushing than the offense had blocking.
Ew.
The defense has to be ready for a run. So if they
$24.
go with a nickel package, that extra
It's going to be more
defensive
expensive
back
to
will
go
have to
see
think like
a
linebacker. Be
a
ready to
Washington
make a
State
stop
Cougars
if they
game
do
where those
hand it
teams
off.
don't even really pay their players.
Ninth play of this drive.
It's like an end zone seat.
Using motion.
$42. Wow. So we got Sopo making his legs work there, and Houston's going to take a timeout.
Remaining.
Got a little distracted there with XFL
The
schedule.
quarterback felt some pressure coming from
Hopefully
the
going to go
outside.
to the
He decided to pull it down and run
Emery
with
in
it.
shallow seas they sail, or we sail.
Ball on
They're
the
going to play that album
27-yard
front to back in Seattle late March, early April, whatever it is.
line. With the pass, the defense.
Oh no! He threw an interception. His second thrown second pick of the day. Tuiasa Sopo whipped it to his left. I like the play design right there. Quick drop. It's only a 3rd and 4. You don't need much. You get like a little slant. Hope that your receiver can beat his man. Position himself to get that catch. You throw it before he hits the break, most likely.
Perfect throw.
But the receiver got outplayed by the defender there. They came away with the pick. That was a great opportunity. It was a great opportunity for Houston to extend this lead to 13-7. But instead, now they're going to give New Orleans some time. Oh, you know what? I was incorrect. Palmer threw that interception earlier. I apologize. I got a little turned around there.
The Saints call a timeout. They have one remaining. They'll need some good yardage here on second down, and then should be in the hurry-up for the rest of this drive. They need about 3.
Anyway.
Ball on their own 40.
April 2nd is that show? Go to
Moves in motion.
an XFL football game. I was there for some reason.
Gets rid of it.
Goes to the left side off
This
the
one falls
defender.
incomplete.
That'll be
Coming
third down
after that
and
incomplete
3 with
pass.
39
This is
seconds to
where
go.
you usually see
New
them
Orleans
using
looking to
the
try and
sideline
tie
to
this
stop the
game up.
clock,
I
but more
believe they
importantly
get...
than stopping the
No,
clock
they
right
don't
now
actually.
is
It'll
getting
be
the
a
first
Houston
down.
ball at the half. That interception happened so quickly it confused
Sets
me
up. Smith
in
comes
the
in
first
motion.
half.
Dropping back, closing in. It's the pass off.
That is
Not
a
much
terrible
touch on
throw
that
into
pass.
double
May have
coverage
tried to put a
again.
little too
Seen
much
that a lot
oomph
out
on
of
that
Palmer
throw.
throughout the course of this first half. That means that New Orleans is not going to take advantage of the nice defensive play, and they'll punt the ball back.
Landetta is back to punt. Mason is back to receive this kick. Here's the kick. From the 26-yard line. He didn't have any room to run over there, John.
And you don't want to delay too long when you're looking for that crease. You can find the crease once you start running. Hey, I know they want to increase the lead before half, but they got to be careful and not let the other team back in it with a turnover.
Sopo sets up. Gets rid of it.
Goes to the left side. That one's into double coverage as well. Batted down by the Saints defense. It'll be second down and 10.
With the pass, hits him in stride.
Goes it over the
Right on
middle and
mark
actually
there to move
finds
the
a nice
chains.
completion
The thing
there.
is, the secondary looked a little on their heels on that one. They just couldn't converge on the ball in time, and now they get a whole new set of downs.
Houston calls a timeout. That's their final timeout.
Here's a spot we're trying to add to the lead before the half can backfire. All it takes is one mistake, and it could be the defense that's scoring. That's why the quarterback has to throw it hard to the sidelines so that no one can jump the pass and pick it off.
First down and 10.
Going to the air
And that
on
play
first
clock
down.
bleed a little low. A surprising quarterback draw there with about 20 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Houston might actually be out of timeouts. So this is a poor
It's
play
second
on
down
their
and 1 to go.
coaching staff. Are they really out of timeouts? They sure are out of
And we're
timeouts,
back.
and even then they called the quarterback draw, and it looks like that's going to end half number 1. We'll get one more play. It's going to be a pass to the left side, but the clock hits zeros.
That's anyone's game.
Questionable
With the
play
score,
call there to
Houston
end half
10.
number 1.
New
10-7 your
Orleans
score. And we'll get a little nice little show here. Halftime entertainment provided by, or sponsored by, not provided by. That sounded weird. Sponsored by Skittles.
Here
Taste
are
the
halftime
rainbow.
stats as we get set for
First
the
half
second half
stats.
kickoff.
Pretty even game. Time of possession and yards slightly in favor of the Houston Texans. And they have a slight lead by 3.
Hollis comes in to kick off.
Kicking off to start the second half. Number 85.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 8.
From about the 7-yard line, he'll get tackled at about the 22, and again hit that 20-yard line barrier, and then just slowed way down. So not a bad run. Return about 15 yards on that one. It'll be first down and 10 for the Houston Texans. So it looks like these videos are going to be on the longer side.
Keeps his feet. They'll mark it at
it's,
the 26-yard line. Running
They're going to
back
be on
picks
the
up
longer
about
side
4
for the
yards.
3-game videos, but on the shorter side of some of the 4-game long videos, especially the NFL Fever 2002 season. So when we hit the playoffs, those are going to be some beefy
They line up in the
beefy
I formation.
videos.
The Texans using motion. Hand it off to the back. Can't wrap it. Picks up maybe
Trying to
3
find a
on
little
the
room
carry.
off the left side, but not a whole lot of room there. Still picked up a few. A nice run there.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs
Third
behind
down
him.
and 2.
Thomas.
Go off the right side. They're going to find... I'm curious to see where they're going to spot this ball. It looked like he had it right before it disappeared. He went with that spin move, but got hit in the back. It pushed him
Ended up costing them a first down.
back across the line, but we'll see what that forward progress is. It looks like they have moved the
First and
sticks
10.
It is
Ball on
indeed
their own
1st and 10
32.
from the 32 and a third yard line.
It's the toss to the left.
Pitch to the left side.
Parrott holds him down.
Nice job on the defense there to
Number 47.
mitigate the stretch run.
They really hustle
That-
on
out
the
that way.
defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
Second and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Second down and 10.
Sopo gets set, dropping back.
Dropping
Pressure.
back and tries again. They're really working Tuiasosopo's legs here.
That's one of those
They like
plays
his
where it might have been
maneuverability.
better
Second
just to throw the ball away.
quarterback draw we've seen.
Third and long. Ball on
They're
their
down
own
at 8. Looked like that
34.
picked up about 2.
New Orleans comes out. in
Backs
a nickel
split to
back.
either side.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Tosses it
Had a
right.
free rusher, and that's off the hands, incomplete. The Saints had a really nice defensive play call there. There was a free rusher coming off the quarterback's left side, but it was almost probably, I guess you could argue, a better play call for the Texans because they dropped back. As soon as he hit that top step, the ball was out of the hand, but it was off the receiver's hands, incomplete.
And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch will be caught at about the 27-yard line. About 4 seconds of hang time, not hand time. Hang time. First down and 10 for the Saints. Disappointing finish for the Texans on that drive as they
Palmer sets up.
picked up a nice little first down there, and that should have been another first down.
James.
Like it just went off the palms of his hands instead of catching it with the fingers. Edner and James looking to pick up a couple of yards. I don't think Second down and 5. I was going to say I don't think he got very many. I stand corrected. Well, sit corrected.
Expecting pass as they line up.
Oh, a nice pickup in the backfield to get that rusher. Oh, they had broken through and were about to hit the quarterback.
Exactly what you're going to
A
get.
nice slide over there, presumably by Edner and James. Gave his quarterback just enough extra time to find a completion.
Give it all you got, D. Come on. They got nothing.
First and 10.
Gets rid of it.
Throws out to the left side into the flat. I like the play call there because he is a beast,
Fullback on that play.
taking defenders with him.
They look in his direction again.
Normally,
He's not
what you
just a
see
solid lead blocker.
in
He
the
can bring
NFL
the
fever
passing
games
game,
is
too.
that quarterbacks throw it a little bit too early, and the passes are kind of like too high, and it just pulls them out of bounds. It's a 4-yard loss. That was a great throw by Carson Palmer. Even though he hadn't turned up the field yet, still in the flat running east and west, had room to get up the field, make a couple men miss. Picked up a first down. Great play.
They'll pass on first
Palmer
down.
with a single back. He'll hand it off to James, and he'll run left side. Side step.
About a 3-yard gain there. So let's
For a
take a look
few.
at how this back compares to
3.6
the
yard
opposition.
average for Edner and James, but I just want to turn around and hand the ball off to him. Though Palmer has looked better as this game has progressed. Second and 7.
Drops back.
Drop
for a
back.
receiver.
All kinds of
It's the
time.
pass
Steps
off.
into it. Fires.
Incomplete
There were
pass. Quarterback thought he
4
had that one.
You gotta
Houston
deliver the ball
Texan
out there
jerseys
quickly, but it has to be
in the
catchable.
area.
You got to use some
2
touch.
Saints, 4 Texans.
Third and 7. Ball on the 34-yard
It's going to set up a third down and 7 in field goal range. So you're going to want to be careful here if you're Carson Palmer. That's a nice find right there. It looks like one of those
So they're able to pick up another first
1,
down.
2,
This
3
offense is
balls
clicking.
out of your
They're
hand
making the right calls at the
to
right
the receiver.
time.
First and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line.
First and 10 from an offset I formation. He'll hand the ball off. Tries to find a little bit of room. It's a fumble. Oh, my goodness.
That was a
Seen
foot
some
race to the
loose,
fumble.
butterfingered
Looks like the extra
footballs
wind sprints in
today.
practice are paying off.
Saints had the challenge. They got overturned in their favor.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. And this is the 8th play of this drive. Under pressure. So the
slung down around the 20-yard line.
Down hard, and that's his first sack of the day. It's now 3rd and long after the sack.
3rd down and 17. Protect the ball.
And this is the 9th play of this drive.
Oh, Palmer off the fingers. They're going to call that a fumble, and the defense recovered. Oh, my goodness. That is unbelievable. We're going to take a closer look at that one. That looked like an incomplete pass to me. So let's go in here to check out the instant replay. Hide this. Oh, I mean, boy, that is close. It's really close if it's let go on this yard line. So can we get him? Can we get it squared up like right behind him? It's not going to be a scientific process at all. Actually, that's pretty nice. I mean, I guess it's right on. Wow. Wow. I mean, that was about as flat a throw as you could get. That needed to be 2 inches to his left.
Going to the right. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Another turnover. Only 2 turnovers by the Saints, but they've had 2, maybe even 3 additional fumbles
The Saints
that they've been able to recover or have overturned. And that is what you can't have if you're the Saints. You got to come out of that situation. Nice defense there on the back end by Thomas. You have to come out of that situation with a tie. You can't, I mean, even if it's a sack, that's a better result than a fumble because at least you get a shot at the field goal. I'd be curious if today's officials would really even make that. How would they make that determination? Do they just say that's an incomplete pass? It's intercepted. The Saints get the ball right back. Tuiasosopo fired over to his left side. I think he's thrown 2 interceptions to that side of the field. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Saints. Wow.
Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10.
So with 19 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, it'll be 1st down and 10 for New Orleans.
James.
Gonna hand the ball off left side.
Good gain of about 7 on that play.
Ender and James probably gets better as the game goes on. As players get tired, it's harder to tackle an absolute beefcake like him. You hand the rock to Edner and James. 7 yards on a 1st down. That'll be the final play. 10-7, still the score here. 2 winless teams facing off in New Orleans. AFC South, NFC South coverage. Sponsored by. What did they say provided by? Provided by. Additional.
James, the lone setback.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Support provided by? Is that what it is? No, that can't be. That sounds like a weird word. Nice job by that Houston defense to clog up the front. No lanes for Edner and James to work through, and we'll get tackled for maybe a loss of 1, no gain. But still, it's a very manageable 3rd down here. 3rd down and 4. They'll give them a loss of a yard. It looks like it's 3rd and a short 4.
Drops back. Closing in. Gets the pass.
Palmer throws. Nice wide open catch there. Got in between a couple of defenders. 159 yards to the right side. They are doing nothing on the left side. A little bit over the middle, but
First and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Sponsored in part by?
James.
Provided by?
Touchdown.
Wow, Edner and James with a beautiful sidestep to wiggle through the hole and get there for 6. And it'll be 10,
So he crosses
or
the
excuse me,
goal line.
13-10.
Doubles rushing touchdown total.
The Saints make him pay on a Tuiasosopo interception. We'll see what the Houston Texans can do. Looks like they have Cordell Stewart maybe as the backup.
Hollis comes in for the extra point.
Which you would figure would
The kick
be...
is up. The extra point attempt is good. Well, this game clearly
The other
isn't
would
over
be
yet, John.
flipped.
That touchdown puts them ahead, but only by a slim margin. And there's plenty of time left.
Coming into this one, I thought it might go right down to the very end. This is where you got to dig in on defense and put the thing away.
The kickoff team lines up.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 80. Back to return.
And this one's a short kickoff. From the 10.
From the 10, they're up past the 20, near the 23. And that'll be 1st and 10 for Houston. Time becoming a bit of a factor here, as the Texans have led up until this point, I should say. 4.5 to go. Tuiasosopo comes out in the I formation. Gonna go with a little bit of a delayed handoff. He'll fall forward for a couple. Should be 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8.
Get in there, man. Get up,
With the throw.
Goes over the middle. That's a nice find. Actually, more toward the right side, but I believe that's Keenan McCardell coming down with the catch. Contested catch. A couple of defenders right in the area. That's a 1st and 10.
Make the catch and don't mess something up.
First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
To the air on 1st down. Hand off to the tailback. Breaking free. Jets defending. And that's
There's
gain
a
of
nice
about 8.
run off the right side. Picked up 8, maybe 9.
On the play.
Bruising back into the 4th quarter. That's what you want.
About a yard
If you're on
to
the
go.
Saints side, you have Edner
Ball on
and
the
James to
49-yard
go
line.
into a 4-minute offense. Get 4 or 5 yards a carry. Keep those chains moving. Keep that clock moving. If you're the Houston Texans,
Picks up the first on that
same
carry.
sort of thing. Go into a 4-minute offense. You need a touchdown, but you don't want to leave the Saints too much time.
For good yardage, and you get a new set of downs
Keep your
to work
offense
with.
balanced.
First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
Got
Pressure.
back, and they went with that quarterback draw again. And the first time, when we saw it at the end of the first half, that was when it was most effective, but it was also the most useless because they just ran the clock out on themselves. Last couple of times they've run that quarterback draw, it hasn't been nearly as helpful to the Houston Texans. It will be 2nd down and 13 following the loss. Still plenty of time at 3:10 to go.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Hand off to the tailback.
Off the left side, and again, a nice job by the defense of the Saints to
Because the
force a
defense
loss.
filled all the gap. That
Best
was
case
the
scenario
place
for
to
Houston,
run.
that's a no
But by
gain.
bringing the run blitz, they took away all the gaps, bringing them down for a loss.
It's going to force Houston into a pretty obvious passing situation. If I'm the Saints and I'm on defense, I am blitzing. Got him in a 3rd and 14. You don't want to give Tuiasosopo time to sit in the pocket. That's kind of what they're doing. He's moving around a little bit, steps and fires. He finds a wide open receiver. Send some extra pressure, get some people, get some garbage near his feet, make the throw hard to make, and make him be a little bit quicker. Instead, they let up a big play off the left side. No pressure, pretty easy catch.
It's 1st and 10.
That equals a 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Here's where it's going to start to get interesting, though. Does Houston bother trying a field goal?
Tosses it right. Gets the call, picks up 4, maybe 5 there.
5-yard gain on
In my head, I think, okay, if you have 3 timeouts with a decent amount of time, you can kick a field goal here, make it a 1-point game, which would make the field that you needed shorter following a punt.
Gets set, tucks it away.
We're going to go with a run there, and he kept going west. You got to turn north at some point. Nice pursuit by New Orleans to force a 3rd down and 5.
Inside enemy territory.
I think maybe if you're on the big side of the 2-minute warning, you might think about doing the field goal. But I think now that we're at the 2 and under the 2-minute warning, maybe you start to try to be a little more aggressive and try and get the touchdown. Tuiasosopo again with some time. They tried to rush him. They're going to find him in the end zone. Touchdown. Keenan McCardell again, number 87. He's been big, especially on this drive. You're going to take a look at it at all? Booth going to take a peek?
Chandler comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 10-play, 76-yard drive. Tuiasosopo to McCardell for the score. It's on a 3rd down and 5, so the Saints gave up a couple of big 3rd down conversions on that drive. And it leads to them being down by 3. Field goal ties it, so we'll see what happens here. We have those old school overtime rules, which means that a field goal walks it off. Is it terrible? Yes. Is it better now? Kind of.
Just about ready to kick this one away.
number 89.
The kick should be returnable.
From the 2-yard line, he'll get up to the 20, slows down a little bit to try and pick his path. Put too many white jerseys in the area, and he'll get to the 24-ish.
Last possession on their way to the end zone. There's still time left.
So they'll need
into field goal range, but you would think
40,
most of the
50 yards
will go
maybe?
toward the sideline.
What's your target line? 35?
The Saints using motion. With the throw.
Saints, that's got to be a catch. It's off the hands. You have your receivers, or excuse me, you have the defenders beat as a receiver. You got to come up with that.
Houston comes out in their nickel package. Looking for an option.
Breeze drops. Or, excuse me, Palmer. I saw the 9, and I think Drew Brees, but it was Carson Palmer. They did not fly in Drew Brees. Injured Drew
If they can
Brees.
hold them for 2 plays, then they should be going home as winners. So it's up to them to decide how this game's going to end.
So 3rd down and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. The Texans rush 4. I like that call. I like that play right there. Make it a 3rd manageable, or 4th and manageable, excuse me. You don't need everything at once.
You got to think that anything less is a bad play.
Oh, that
or
was
bad
almost an
execution.
interception. That was a terrible throw.
That was a
I love the
conversion
play on
offense
3rd and
needed.
10.
They have to
Find
be
7.
disappointed, and it's worse
Because we've
because
seen
now
some
the other
effective
team has the
plays
ball.
on a 3rd and short, 3rd and 4 or less-ish. 1, 2, 3 drop throw. It did kind of bite Tuiasosopo in the behind early in the game, but timeout New Orleans.
They have 2 timeouts.
Fletcher coming up with 8 tackles.
Nine yards to go.
Oh, a huge run. Saints give up 10 on a 2nd and 9, and that should do it. Houston going to pick up a victory here. What might be or what could be, I should say, a pretty lousy AFC South. I believe that is the team that is totally winless, or division. Which was honestly pretty surprising to see. We'll go with a fullback run here.
Dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold up against the run while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
Sopo gets set. Man in motion. New Orleans calls a timeout. They have no timeouts left. Thomas couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Sopo sets up. So we'll see if the field goal
third
unit
down
can
and
come
11.
through here.
Or is it going to be 4th and 11? It's 4th and 13. This Houston Texans
So this will be
offense
a
got to hold the ball
39-yard
here.
field goal try.
So about 20 seconds for New Orleans to do something.
The kick is up. Chandler sends it.
Kick
between
is up
the
and good.
uprights for the
39-yard
second
field
time.
goal by Chandler. 6-play, 8-yard drive. Took 1:10 off the clock.
Leckler in to kick this one off.
Number 89. Back to return.
It's on its way. From the 4.
From inside the 5-yard line, trying to run up the left
The
side, but
Saints
knocked
will
down
start
at
the
the
drive
20.
from the 20-yard line.
They'll have 80 yards to go.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 20. Palmer from the shotgun. The Saints
Keep just
using
finding
motion.
pens.
Going to the air on 1st down.
Oh,
This
big,
pass is
huge
incomplete.
whiff there.
Overthrown, leading to an incompletion.
That might have had something to do with his follow-through. If you release the pass just a little late, you're going to see underthrows or balls thrown into the ground. If you release it too early, then you'll see an overthrow like that.
Using motion. Throwing. And
Goes to the left side, finds a receiver, but gets kind of bottled up. Nice spin move to free himself for a few extra yards as the final 10 seconds tick down. Can the Saints get one more play off? They should be able to maybe spike it here. One. They're not going to be able to. They spiked it to end the game. Oh, no. Got an audible out of that, and the Houston Texans come away victorious. 20-14, your final here. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying it. These games are taking a little long, so we are going to be in for, like I said, some pretty monstrous playoff videos as we get into the summer. But hey, that's what it's all about. It's all about that fun. God bless autosave, just in case something goes horribly wrong. I do appreciate NFL Fever allowing you to save in the middle of a game, which has come in handy. And hopefully I won't move this around and jostle it for any reason. Let's just go, we'll go Dolphins Jets, 2 1-0, 1-0 teams. Almost picked a team. Herm Edwards, Dan Wanstead. I think one of those guys is on Fox. I don't know what Herm Edwards was doing. He was with ESPN for a while. I think Wanstead's on the college.
As the
Fox's
crowd continues
college
to file in. We get set
stuff
to bring you another
with good old
exciting
Urban
game.
Meyer.
Well, the first week is in the books. Thanks for being here again today in week 2, and we're just about ready to get this game started.
68
as
degrees.
Square off
We'll see how the weather
Jets.
goes throughout the
Welcome to
rest of the
game.
season.
EA is proud to
That's
bring
a
you
reasonable
coverage of
degree,
the
or a
NFL.
reasonable
I'm Al
temperature for
Michaels
this time of
with
year.
John Madden.
But when it's supposed to be January in Chicago and it's like 80, that's where it gets maybe a little odd. Even though it's winter where I'm playing.
More teams have figured that out, and they can't be ignored up front. And try and put a couple bodies on him every time they can to keep him from disrupting every play.
Sean Alexander playing for the Jets. Future Madden cover star, which means when we hit Madden 2007, the Seahawks will be getting game number 1.
Now, this is a team that comes ready to play. Heck, I even think I see a coach jumping up and down a little bit.
Speaking of the Jets, here's the AFC East, crowded so far with 3 1-0 teams. Rex Ryan could be making an NFL comeback on the Broncos, as I believe a defensive coordinator.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. From the 8.
It's from about the 6-yard line. Oh no, a fumble right off the bat. Oh my goodness. It's like I turned Butterfingers on, but I did not.
The Dolphins using motion. Hand it off to the back.
Hands off, tries to find some room, but he'll just keep going west instead of north, and that'll be no gain, maybe a gain of a yard.
Cutback lanes at the back has to choose from.
The Jets come out in a nickel package.
Jay Fiedler? Is that the name that I just read? Oh, I should have checked the injury report on the Texans.
Crosses it left.
Wow. This is not going well for the Dolphins right off the start. Another linebacker in the backfield for the Jets, and that's going to be a 3rd and 14, 15 maybe. Didn't even tackle him, just kind of pushed him.
NFL history have been played between these two teams, the Dolphins and the Jets. The Dolphins line up in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking for an option. Looking for the deep.
Goes deep down the right side. It's in and out of the hands of the receiver. That will be an incomplete pass. Will give the Jets their first opportunity. Number 25 frozen there, running off the field.
What have you heard, Melissa?
I asked Coach Edwards what preparations he made for this game. He said that this week of practice was one of the best they've had all year. Offense, defense, and special teams seemed to
one of the
all
best
be
practices
coming
all
together.
year. It's only
Now,
week 2.
Thanks for that report, Melissa. Gardocki is back to punt. Quarters back to return. And he
Pretty
chooses
decent
back to
hang
return
time,
this
but
one.
not a very
Just about
good
ready to
punt
pull
there.
their first play
Did not
of the
go all
game.
that far down the field, and the Jets are going to get tremendous starting field position right around
Quarterback lines up with
midfield.
2 backs behind him.
48-yard line to be exact. We'll try and figure out who this quarterback is for. It's Kurt Warner, by the way. Thank you, Al Michaels, in my ears. And he's going to get sacked on 1st and 10 all the way back at the 40, and that's going to be an 8-yard loss. 2nd and 20 coming up. Actually, they're going to give it 2nd and 19. Oh, 17. 2nd and 17. Okay, good job. Excellent math, Sean. I mean, those are 2 real terrific starting pieces, and that's part of why a fantastic throw for Kurt Warner into the receiving hands of that Jets receiver, number 88. Not sure who that is.
That 2nd and 3rd gear.
But I mean, Kurt Warner, Sean Alexander,
37-yard line.
that's a terrific starting 1-2 punch.
He'll pass on 1st down. Pressure gets the pass
Goes
off.
to the left side,
Blitz
finds a
almost got through
receiver.
there, John.
You don't always
Be
have
caught
to get
after
to the
a
quarterback
couple.
when you blitz effectively. Football's about rhythm and timing. Bringing extra guys that makes him throw the ball before he wants to can upset that timing.
Drops back.
2nd and
Under
5.
pressure.
Another throw to the left side, and it's read beautifully by the Miami Dolphins defense, and Allen is going to get himself interception number 1 of the day.
He tossed it up there.
That is Jay Fiedler.
So after the interception,
Real
Alex,
weird
first
starting
down.
quarterbacks. I feel like most of the starting quarterbacks we've seen have been kind of
Pickup of about 8.
surprises. Drew Brees is injured. I mean, the top quarterbacks of the day would be guys like Kurt Warner. There you go. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre.
Ball on their own
I mean, it's a little
46.
surprising to see Cordell Stewart as a backup to a rookie, Carson Palmer.
The quarterback
If
lines
that
up
was
with
Cordell
two backs
Stewart. I mean,
behind
Stewart number 10.
him. Pass play to the right.
Who else? Who else?
Lewis couldn't pick up any blocking on that play.
It's
The defense is
2003
always
now.
very
Well,
aggressive
yeah,
when defending the
2003.
run. They're extremely
Who else would be-
disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly.
I mean, Breeze probably would have been in San Diego at this point.
They line up in the I formation.
Trying to think of like. I don't even know. I feel like I've hit kind of like
Looks
the
like there's a penalty on the play.
big ones, because once we start to get to like 05, 06,
Came out of
we'll
the
start to
stands
see
a
like
little early on that play.
prime Breeze, like your Ben Roethlisberger's, Joe Flacco, somewhere in there. Maybe some more recognizable names who had long playing careers. Aaron Rodgers might play a factor at some points, though I would imagine that'll be closer to 2010,
Ball on their own 42.
2010, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there.
Dropping back. Closing
But
in.
who knows? I mean, with the way we see the rookie quarterbacks starting, there's a potential that Aaron Rodgers could start as early as like
They come
06.
through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Hasselbeck played for the Seahawks for a number of years. Kerry Collins, I guess.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Rich
Ball on the
Gannon.
46-yard line.
Steve McNair. I feel like we saw Steve McNair, but
Lewis, the lone setback. Pat.
I might be confusing that with the playoffs of the previous year.
Lewis.
I go with a handoff there. He'll fall forward to the 20 or the 25, the 45-yard line. Excuse me. Mark
The quarterback
Brunell.
lines up with two
Maybe like a
backs
Drew
behind him.
Bledsoe.
On the 45-yard line.
2nd down and 9. And the ball off to the left side. Tries to make a man miss. Kind of did, but ended up just going further
It was just about
left than
impossible to
up.
run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
Is that Jamal Lewis? I feel like I know a lot
And they'll
about
face a long 3rd down here.
like football in general, but then I like think about the quarterbacks and like who was here?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Oh, they tried to
He
bring a
goes
little bit of
for
a safety blitz. I don't know if that rushed the throw, but
The defender
it's
was
an
all
interception
over that.
either way. It was actually well picked up by that
offense.
offensive line. Just a nice interception, nice athletic play. Not a great throw. Should have tried to get that over the top of the defender. Kind of easier said than done. I understand that.
It's now
A little more arc on that ball. Worst case scenario, you get maybe that Madden linebacker tip with the superhuman jumps, and you're like, how did that happen?
Pressure coming. It's
So you
rid of
hope
it.
to not get the interception.
The 40.
We've seen picks in the last couple of drives between these two teams. The Jets with a nice find there. And that'll be 1st down and 10.
Amazingly soft-handed. A great throw with an even better catch is always an easy way to pick up 1st down.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
On the 30-yard line.
Dropping back. Throwing.
It's a throw to the right side.
He makes a terrific catch for the 1st down.
Even the receiver was surprised how quickly that one got to him. That's the kind of thing you just hope you can hang on to as it goes by.
That maybe Mike Allstott. We've seen a couple of fullback number 40s in these 2 games that we've done
Only
so
one
far
man in the
today.
backfield.
About 30 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Jets looking good in the red zone. 1st and 10.
Pressure.
Warner drops back, throws left, and again, almost beautifully read. That's Glenn's ball to have. Broke on it. Nice tip and deflection.
Under pressure.
Goes over to the left side, or right side, excuse me, and they're going to call that out of bounds. Taking a look at Claiborne there. Definitely looked like it was only 1 foot inbounds for him. So 3rd down and 10 from the 15. An excellent position here for a field goal.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. It's a blitz with the pass.
Throws over to the right side. Finds a receiver, but he's going to be 2 yards short of the first down. Streets got 8 when he needed 10.
Elam comes out, hoping to put points on the scoreboard for the first time. At the end of the first quarter, it's knotted up. New York, 0. Miami, 0. And we're ready to start the second quarter.
Let's see, a field goal here on a 4th down and 1. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Likely a very long 4th and 1. Jason Elam is going to knock it through for 3. 6-play, 43-yard drive. Had one pretty nice play, and nothing else really happened on that one.
Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 86.
Nice kick and returnable. From the 6-yard line.
From the 5-yard line, from the 6, Al Michaels corrected me every chance he gets. About a 15-yard return there for Glenn. And the Miami Dolphins will take over from the 22-yard line.
Only one man in the backfield.
So I guess technically a 16-yard return. As we hit quarter number 2, Jets lead 3-0.
Going to the air on first down. Good pickup of about 6.
Offensive production there. Not a whole lot to write home about for the Dolphins, and a lot of those. The Jets have had 2 pretty nice-looking drives. Sputtered out in the red zone that led to the field goal, and then the interception killed the previous drive. They've had really advantageous field position, and they've been able to make some plays. Just an errant throw from Kurt Warner, or maybe even a better description would be a terrific drive on the football by the defense. And instead of it being 6 or maybe 10-0, it is 3-0. Number 69 looks a little bit confused. He's going to run off the edge, and they run away from him. Tried the spin move. Got hit in the back at about the 35-yard line. Enough for a first down on a 3rd and 1. Or maybe more accurately, a 3rd and about a half yard. It looked close. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dolphins.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 35. He gets the carry. Closing in. Flings it to the outside.
Oh, that's an interception. It was just a little too much air under it is what I was trying to say. And that is a pick 6. Hurd with a beautiful interception right there. I mean, I like the idea there by the Dolphins. Try to get it out to the flat. Take a look at the replay here. But a little too much air under it. It was pretty well timed. That angle made it look a little different than I thought it was. It's a little tricky. Thankfully, this game does have the kind of the demo mode camera, which is very helpful.
Elam comes in to attempt the point after. The kick is up. The point after is good.
34-yard interception return for a touchdown. They just give it 4 seconds. And with 3:57 to go here in quarter number 2, the Jets lead 10-0 in this AFC East matchup. I was going to get up. Think about just, get up, quick restroom break. This game's too entertaining. It's been too good. Turnovers back and forth.
He is lined up for the kickoff. Number 86.
It's on its way.
From the 4, maybe the 3, I'm not really sure. Should have let Al Michaels finish that. And it'll be right about the same spot they had it last time, the 22-yard.
They line up in the I
I
formation.
can't possibly be this tired already. It is almost 5. Also, shout out to it's pretty bright outside. Almost 5 p.m. here, Pacific time.
Lewis. Pressure coming.
PM, that is. Nice find over the middle.
That'll move
He'll
the chains, John.
Yeah, when you
fall
put together a
forward
great
for extra,
pass
about
with a heck of a
5
catch,
yards
that's
there.
exactly what you're going to get.
Just a big tight end there coming down with a nice catch. And pulling the defender along for a few extra. First and 10 from the 40. Go with a handoff. They're going to go left side. Spin move. He's going to try and wiggle his way through, and he will. He'll wiggle his way through a bunch of tacklers there, and that's a solid 13-yard gain or so. First and 10 to first and 10. That's what you want to see. Especially coming off of another interception to end a drive.
On the 48-yard line.
Again, he'll get the call. The
We
40.
go right back to him, and why not? Another monster
He
run off.
explodes into the secondary
This time off
for
the
a nice
right
gain.
side.
He
But
really did. He blew past the
explosive
line into
runs
the
here. This
secondary,
Dolphins
picked up
offense
the
starting to
first
click a
down.
little bit. Jets defense got to figure something out. Hey, stop number, was it number 21?
First and 10. Ball
Stop
on the
him.
30-yard line.
Come on, gee up. Bring that pain, baby.
Field gets set. Another run. It's on the
Oh no, it's a fumble and the defense recovers. Oh my goodness.
Ball carrier has to make
48
sure that he grabs
rushing
the ball
yards,
up
and I would
when
say
he sees contact coming.
2/3 of it coming on the last couple of plays for him. And it ends in a fumble. Oh my goodness.
They line up in the I
I
formation.
can't
Man
believe it.
Hand off to the tailback. McLean makes the play at the 25. Pickup
Oh,
of about
there's
a
the
yard to
Jets'
run.
first rushing yard of the game. And we are 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. That is a mind-boggling. I mean, it was huge run left, huge run right. Go right back to him, and it ends in a fumble.
Tosses it right.
I'm going to go with a toss to the right here. Alexander blown up in the backfield, and that'll 3 turnovers already for the Dolphins, only 1 for the Jets.
That allows them to hold
They were
up
able to
against
weather
the
that
run,
storm.
while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
It'll be 3rd down and 10, so take that 1 rushing yard that the Jets had. Get it out of here.
Comes out in their nickel package. Pressure.
Warner drops back, fires over the middle, finds a receiver right at that line to gain. We'll see where they mark it. Get a look at the passing breakdown for the Jets, but just kidding.
To pick up that first down.
And they are going to give Streets the first down. Speaking of Streets, the NFL Streets. A lot of advertising going on
Ball on
in
their
this
own
game for
34.
that game.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark here. In the
NBA
first
Live,
half.
if you're curious, NBA Live 2004, the advertisement on the back. We had this game. Very cool. I mean, EA used to do some interesting stuff. They had the universal kind of, profile, which was fun.
Under pressure with the throw.
Going to the left side, a lot of Dolphin jerseys. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. I mean, you shouldn't have 2 receivers in the same area like that. Drag 4 defenders to just kind of hang out. And still somehow, he found the green, the correct green. Forest green, Meadowlands green. I don't know what they call this.
Drops back. Closing in. Gets the pass off.
There's a nice little floated pass over for a conversion of first down.
Has been perfect on this drive.
83-28, I believe that's passing yards. So the Dolphins more successful on the ground than through the air. Unfortunately, I think they fumbled twice. Or was it? No, it was 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. One of those interceptions went back for for a touchdown. Speaking of interceptions, the Dolphins make the interception this time. This is going to go back. He tried to celebrate, but it's actually a pick 6. Turnover fest 04 continuing here. Or I guess 03 technically, because this would have been September 2003. Nice read there. Warner's got to get a little more air under that ball. He bit on the route there. I don't think the replay showed it, but he definitely went to do the like Dion high step and then was like, oh shoot, there's a quarterback coming.
They'll get set for the
Huge turn of events here right at the end of the half. It's going to put Miami down by only 3.
The extra point attempt is good.
64-yard interception return for Dawkins. Wow.
Verdaki is back and ready to put this one in the air. Short kick. He didn't get much of that one. From the 10-yard line.
Nice 15-yard return from the 10 to about the 25-yard line. Minute 10 on the clock. Warner throws his second interception of the game. That left side of the field has just been brutal. We saw a couple from Tuiasosopo to his left. We've seen a couple from Warner to his left.
Warner with a man in motion. With the throw.
There's a throw over to the left, or excuse me, the right sideline. I have the commentator curse from NFL Fever 2003.
Gives the guy confidence to deliver the ball on target. The defense can't afford to take too many gambles by going for
and right at 60 seconds, it'll be a first down and 10. I believe a timeout was taken.
Big play for the offense.
Miami lines up with 7 guys.
We're going to give them second down in inches. I apologize. I forget that the down and distance doesn't change until they break the huddle. So 60 seconds to go here in the first half. Warner steps back, throws over the middle, finds a receiver. Not exactly open, but a really nice catch there.
I'm impressed with his decision making. He's very good at making his reads quickly, getting the ball to his receivers in space so that they can pick up extra yardage. Hey, I know they want to increase the lead before half, but they got to be careful and not let the other team back in it with a turnover.
First and 10. Ball on their own 46. Miami looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dime.
Oh, Warner, they just didn't do a good enough job blocking them up front. I was a little surprised he split 2 offensive linemen, basically. Was able to get to Warner and drop him for a big loss. Second down and 17 coming up. I'm a little surprised that happened. Looked like they only rushed 3 players and still somehow there was miscommunication on that Jets line.
Now they're looking
the
at
clock will move as the sack counts as a run play. They'll go offset I formation, it looks like. Warner's going to drop back, throws over the middle, and that was off the back of a Dolphin defender. Going for Sean Alexander over the middle that time. It'll be third down and 17 coming up.
Do they gamble here or just keep it on the ground?
With the score being as it is, it might just be better playing it safe. But that's the coach's decision, not ours.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Throwing.
Goes over the middle. That was nearly intercepted. Not a great throw. Into some traffic and didn't even look like it was going to get to the receiver anyway.
The quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. When it got to him, just bounced off his hand.
Glenn sets up, waiting for the punt. Here's the punt. From the 32-yard
Down to the
line.
30-yard line. No fair catch and tackled immediately. Nice job by the Jets coverage team.
Keep going until you reach the ball carrier.
They're trying to get in range for a last-second field goal attempt before halftime. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 33. New York comes out in a 46 with the throw. This one
to the right side, incomplete, second down and 10.
One thing you don't want to do when trying to get a late scoring drive is turn the ball over. They're already behind as it is, and they can't afford to be down anymore. So it's all about smart decisions by the offense.
2nd down and 10.
Gets the pass
It's
off.
the top of his drop, and a nice job by number 99.
Short pass incomplete.
Warren
Brings
Sapp,
up a
perhaps?
3rd down play.
When I see 99 in a defensive lineman, I think of Warren Sapp. When I see 92 on a defensive line,
Ball on their
I
own
think Reggie
33.
White. The Minister of Defense. Talked about it briefly before, but Reggie White deserves a lot of credit for. I mean, like Brett Favre gets all the headlines because offense rules the day, blah, blah, blah. But them being able to, in free agency, get Reggie White real big.
And they dropped into a zone. They threw off his reads and where he thought the defense was going to be.
So 4th down and 10, following an ineffective drive with 16 seconds to go. I think I might be safe to hop up, grab a drink, and use the restroom. I'll be back to join you in the second half.
Concentrated and caught the ball.
The backs are lined up in an I. The Jets using motion. Roll back handoff. Rumbles ahead for a yard, maybe 2.
1-yard gain on the play.
The end of the second quarter with the score: New York 10, Miami 7. We're ready to start the second half of play. The kickoff team lines up.
Kicking off to start the second half.
And it's a short kickoff. From the 12. New York takes over on offense, looking to extend their lead. Well, John, this one has clearly turned into the type of classic battle that we anticipated.
You know, whenever these two teams get together, they're going to give it all they got. I don't think you're going to see either one of these teams pull away.
Tosses it left. Gain of a couple on that carry. Melissa, anything new from the sideline?
Hi, Al. The Dolphins coach feels good about where his team stands right now, Al. With the way his defense has played against the run, he believes that they can make some stops and give his offense a shorter field to work with. If they can capitalize on that, he could be in for a very exciting second half, Al.
Thank you. That was Melissa Stark with the update from the sideline. Good execution there, John.
The blockers sold it, and the back did the rest.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 35.
They got nothing. Either way. Set. Stay after him. You got him.
Looks like a gain of about 2 on that counter. Pressure, gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Alexander with the great reception.
Yeah, the receiver showed great ability there.
They need 5.
Picking back up here. 3.5 to go in quarter number 3. Third down and 5 for the Jets. 10-7 the score. Gonna go left side with Alexander. He's gonna be just short of the first down. He spun down just like right as it disappeared. It was not enough for a fresh set of downs. Mercifully, the score is still the same as when I left, so that's good. 4th and 1.
His punt will be his second of the day. Here's the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
That's a good
Take
job
the fair
of getting
catch a little
downfield
inside
by
the 20.
cover
That'll
team
be where
to force the fair catch.
the Miami Dolphins offense will start for this drive in the second half. 18-yard line to be
They line up
To
in
be
the I
exact.
formation.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Bulldog nothing. That's all you got. That's all you. Set. Eagle what?
first and 10. Gonna go with a run to the right side. Finds his way through a few of them, and he's right back to his good ways. He's not dropping the ball. Instead, he's just making monster runs. Lewis, 13 rushes, averaging over 7 yards a carry, and he has been on fire. Made that poor man miss, and they showed it in slow motion. Oof, that was a rush right
First and
there.
10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Flip the field into Jets territory.
Lewis, the deep man. The Dolphins using motion.
3-yard line.
Hand it off to the back.
They'll
He
try
eclipses
left
the
side
100-yard
again with
mark
it.
on that carry.
Gain of 4 on the play.
The Jets come out in a nickel package.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Second down and 6 following the 4-yard gain. Love the throw, the find over the middle right there. Wide open receiver will go for about 10, and that's just it's a terrific connection right there. A sweet freeze frame for that diving defender. First down and 10 for this Dolphins team. They had those monster runs earlier in the game, but came up short after a fumble. See if they can at least tie the game at 10. Maybe take a lead with a touchdown.
Hand off to the tailback. Refuses to go down. A yard.
Slipped through the first tackler, but could not get past the second. Lewis with 101 yards on 15 carries. He's had some big ones.
In field goal range now.
Second and 8. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Crosses it right.
Second down and 8. Pitches. They're going to go with they're going to go with. There's going to be a penalty flag. They're going to call a clipping, which we saw a clipping penalty, I want to say, in that Packers game that negated a huge play. And that's going to set up a second down at, what, 23? Coming up? Yeesh.
Get a win.
So we'll have a second and long after the penalty. And this is the 5th play of this drive. The Dolphins using motion. Drops back. Closing in with the throw.
There's a nice find.
And he's brought down at the 24-yard line. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has
That's
to
what
do
I
a
like to
better
see.
job
Just a
of
short,
coming up
easy throw.
and clamping
Try to
down
get
on the
some of the
receiver
penalty
wherever
yards
he
back. You don't
enters
need
their zone.
everything on one play. Now important, just don't turn the ball over.
Pass.
When they almost did, it's off the hands of a defender. The Dolphins are likely going to have to settle for 3 here after that clipping penalty was just, it was so detrimental. On a first down, you might be able to get away with it. You get like 7 or 8. You get another 7 or 8-ish. Maybe 8 or 9 is the better number to go for. But, man, it's asking a lot out of your team. They did a good job to get some of the yards back. 8-play, 55-yard drive took 2:21 off the clock, and a 41-yard field goal knots us up at 10 with under a minute to go in quarter number 3.
kickoff team lines up.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 21.
And this one's a short kickoff. From the 11
From the
line.
10-yard line, he'll get up to the 20-25.
Just
Makes
about
his
ready to
way
get this
near the
drive
30.
started after being forced to punt on their last possession. First and 10. Ball on their own 30.
Each team with a interception return for a touchdown and a field goal. So both offenses being outscored by their own defenses.
Pressure coming. Throws over to his right. The 40.
Warner with a nice find to his right. Defender not in a great position
Now you
there.
say, what's his strength? What does he do best?
Really easy for Moss to make a move and get a few extra yards. So first down and 10 goes to a first down and 10. With a nice completion there. I guess it was a diving attempt at an interception. Really not in position to affect that throw. Probably should have just stayed back and tried to make the tackle.
Bust his grill. Now you fool. They got nothing. Set.
Toss play to the
Offset I
left.
formation, pitch to the left.
Lost about a yard.
Find a whole lot of nothing that time around. Be second down and long.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Second down and 12.
With the throw.
Throws over to the right side. Not a whole lot doing there. Maybe a gain of 3.
He can run and catch with the best of them. The defense better make sure that
We're
they
going to
have
quarter number 4, tied at 10. Jets and Dolphins.
For the fourth quarter of play.
Been a good one so far. Been a much better day of football already.
So they dug
With
themselves into
two,
a hole here, a long
well,
third
1
down
and
situation.
3/4 of a good
Ball on
game
their own 46.
as compared to basically just one good game
Pressure.
last time.
Gets rid of it.
There's a nice throw. I am surprised that was not defended better. I mean, the defender was probably in perfect position, and we just don't have a great angle of it.
Make a great
Just
decision.
maybe a better throw, a little to the outside. Give the receiver a shot to make a catch.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
On the 40-yard line.
Dropping back.
First and 10 from around the 40. Throws left side. Gonna find a receiver for a gain of 9. The Jets doing most damage over the middle, though it is fairly evenly dispersed between the 3 zones.
And you still only need a yard or 2 for the first down.
Second down and 1. Ooh, Alexander tries to go up the middle but can't find enough room, and it'll be third down and 1. Brian Dawkins, 5 tackles, has the pick to go with it.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Man in motion. Crosses it left.
Pitch to the left side. Miami does a terrific job of stretching that run to the sideline. Lewis, 101 yards. Alexander, 12. 5.5 yard difference in the average, the per carry average. We're going to see Jason Elam elect to attempt a field goal here. And this is really the big difference. I mean, well, one of the big differences. Madden clearly the superior game in this era. But this would be a punt if you were playing NFL Fever. Instead, it's a field goal. It's a 3-point lead.
Gives him his second three-pointer of the
After a
game.
37-yard drive, takes a little over 2 minutes off the clock.
At his stats.
Now you put the Miami Dolphins down by 3. I think the field goal stuff doesn't make sense with when you couple it with how bad the punting is. If you were skipping field goals and able to coffin corner them and then turn it into points a little bit down the road, play the field position game, I think you can make the argument that it's fine. But
From the 6-yard line.
the punting is so bad that the yardage
On their
change
last
is
possession, they came away with a
minimal.
field goal. Let's see what happens
10
this
to
time
15
around.
yards usually.
First and 10. Ball on their own 29.
Lose it, lose it. Give it all you got, Keith. Come on.
Number 88, the motion man.
Ain't got nothing. Tiger up.
First and 10.
To the back.
Off the right side.
When you
It's
have a
knocked
guy who can
forward
carry
and
the
they'll
ball for over 100
tumble
yards
ahead
a
for a
game,
few more yards.
You have half of what you need on offense to get to the Super Bowl.
Only one man back.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Snake out. Take him out.
Hands off to the tailback.
Spin move.
They blitz
Works
in
his
the
way
back
forward up
Yeah,
to
that's
about the
a chance you take.
45-yard line.
Hoping to
Fresh
get some
set of downs
penetration
coming
and
up.
get 'em in the backfield. But if you miss, there isn't a lot of help at the next level to keep them from picking up the first down.
Let's go. Come on. Stay out.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
Go right back to the running game, and hey, why not? It's been working for you so far. Keep the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Don't let him make a mistake.
Ball right around midfield.
You're only down 3. You just need the field goal to tie. Under 3 to go here. Oh, they're in the backfield. Looks like it's a bit of a broken play. Fiedler gonna just say, hey, I'll take the ball. Slides forward after a gain of a couple. Diving defender. Thankfully, the hitbox didn't allow him to crush a quarterback.
Crosses it out to the right. Sack, but
Wow,
very
that
good
was
penetration.
not a great play.
Couldn't find
Kind of
the
looked like he got just
brought down
exploded
very quickly.
Yeah,
backwards.
he was.
That's
This
very
line has to
dramatic.
do a better job of
Dramatic run
holding
on a
up at the
third
point
down.
of
A little
attack.
surprised he didn't put it
He
in the
has a
quarterback's
fast first
hands
step.
there.
He can explode
I know they've
through
been
the
getting
hole.
some home
He
run
needs a line
runs
to create
with
that little crease
the running
for
back,
cutback
but
lane to break free.
try and put it in Fiedler's hands at some point. It's 4th down and 3. The Jets are going to bring a little extra pressure. I think it's going to force the throw a little
That was a
early.
conversion the offense needed.
Sailed on him
Has to be
perhaps, but not
disappointing.
accurate
And it's worse because
east
now
and
the
west,
other
so maybe
team
just a
has
little
the
bit
ball.
too
They
far
line up in the I formation.
up. So
48-yard line.
you know, I'm okay with that. You're right at midfield. You trust your defense. Hold them to a field goal.
Gain of
No
about
reason to
yard
take a
by the fullback.
timeout here. They'll get the 2-minute warning. They should be able to have
2 minutes to the
a
final
minute,
gun.
and you hold them on 2 plays. A minute 48 with 1 timeout left as the punt goes off.
It's second down at 8 to
4
go.
seconds.
Ball at midfield.
I mean, a minute 45? A minute 40, a minute 45, 1 timeout in your back pocket. Got to stop Alexander. You've bottled him up well all day. You can't let him get a first down now.
The Dolphins.
Second
call a
down and
timeout.
8.
They have 2 left.
Or excuse me, 3rd down and short. I apologize. I keep forgetting.
The backs are lined up.
3rd down and 3. When they hit break, then it changes. So 3rd down and 3. If you're the Jets, you keep this on the ground.
Moves in
There's no
motion.
reason to give them a free timeout.
He gets the carry.
They're going to give it. Oh, no. The Dolphins have done such a good job defending the run all game long.
Takes that
And they
one.
let
Field
the
picks up
run go at the
first down.
worst
What they did was pick up
possible
the blitz.
time.
When they did that, it opened
They
up
needed
a
to hold
hole,
them for
and they
3.
ran
That
right
is
through it.
indeed Mike
This one is
Allstott.
just about in the books. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 36-yard line. Hand it off. Only a yard by the halfback.
On the run, 1-yard gain on the play.
So it's 2nd down and 9 as the clock continues to move. Miami, I think, might have 1 timeout left. They might have used them all. Good play call by the Jets. Look, even if you don't get the first down on that 3rd down and 3 run, you force Miami to use a timeout. Can't give them free timeouts. Miami does have 1 timeout left.
Off again. Still running. And he
You can
stops
stop the
at
clock here before the
31-yard
3rd
line.
down,
Decent
and
gain, about 4.
I'm guessing this should be a run. The defense can't be lollygagging around, because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
They'll have, I don't know, 30 seconds at best. 3rd down and 5.
Alexander. And he's stopped.
Alexander gets
29-yard
tackled.
line. Pickup of about a yard. In the
Miami's out of
so as the
timeouts.
game winds down, we'll see the place kicker.
33 seconds to go here, so about 27. They probably won't snap it right at 0.
Here, this will be about a 46-yard field goal.
So, you're probably looking at realistically 25 seconds with this and the kickoff and all that stuff to try and get a touchdown and win the game. I mean, the Dolphins had everything they needed. They had the 2-minute warning. They had a run defense that had done a terrific job at bottling up Alexander and Allstott, which is a tremendous backfield to have. Kick is up and good. So 29 ticks to go. 7-play, 20-yard drive. Took a minute and a half off the clock.
As we take a look at his success returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff. Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 86. Back deep to
Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 4-yard line.
Say from the 4. Tries to find some room on the left side, and I was right on the money. 25 seconds to go here. They're going to need, 76 yards?
They'll take over at the 24-yard line. First and 10.
Going to the air on first down. Pressure coming with the
Throw to
pass.
the left side. Finds a man. He's going to get tackled up by the 40. Gotta fight to get out of bounds there. They're going to go into hurry-up mode. This is another big improvement between Madden and NFL Fever. Not to poo-poo another game that a lot of people, I'm sure, worked very hard on. 60 yards. 2 plays here, maybe. 1 play over the middle, it's over. If you get something to the sideline, maybe you have a shot at a reasonable Hail Mary. Instead, they're going to go to the middle. Nice short-handed tackle. And that should be the end of the game. Dolphins aren't going to have enough time. 1-0. Oh, the Dolphins had what they needed. They would have had a minute and 40 seconds-ish, 45 seconds. They would have had 1 timeout remaining, but they could not get the stop on a 3rd down and 3. The Jets able to salt it away, and a terrific game comes to a close, 16-10. Offenses did not really do a whole lot there. All the touchdowns were scored by defensive returns, or via defensive returns. So, kind of weird there. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take a quick peek at the injury report, because I kind of doubt Tuiasosopo was supposed to be starting for the Houston Texans. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hold on. Rosters, injury report, and we want to look at it for the Texans. Tom Brady, oh my goodness. Tom Brady. 3-week injury for Houston. Wow. And then just out of curiosity, we'll check a depth chart. He's only a 79 overall, which kind of makes sense. He hadn't quite exploded onto the scene just yet. Tuiasosopo's not a terrible 75 overall. I mean, it's respectable. Chris Sims, a rookie, with 66 overall. So that's, okay, maybe not great, but that's all right. Last but not least, we have our last game of the day, and that is going to be future Super Bowl matchup. Patriots taking on the Eagles. I think I, for some reason, closed my notepad out. Yes. So let's go to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. The city of greased poles while they were crushing the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC title game.
A full house today at Lincoln
And the place where it's always sunny.
The first week is in the books.
Philadelphia.
Thanks for being here again today.
64
And week 2,
degrees,
we're just about ready to get this game
59%
started
humidity.
as The Patriots get set to take on the Eagles. EA Sports is proud to present more NFL action. I'm Al Michaels, along with my partner, John Madden.
The offensive line will have to step
Luther
it up.
Ellis.
This guy's
Interesting
looking
that
to
they're
make
leading
some
off with
play.
the defensive
He knows every trick in the book.
defensive player.
You'll see him setting up guys, making them think he's going outside, then rip to the inside to get into the backfield.
Willis McGahee will have to beat his
Willis
best against that
McGahee, a
defense if he's
rookie.
hoping to help carry his team
Rookie
to a victory.
Willis
He'll also try to
McGahee.
get him out of the backfield, hit him on a few screens and dump-offs. He's a threat whenever he has the ball in his hands, so don't be surprised to see him touch the ball over 20 times throughout today's game.
This is what football is all about. Look at all those guys down there getting all pumped up. They're really fired up and getting ready for this one.
They're really fired up.
Both teams have taken the field, and let's see what happens now as we're ready for the kickoff. Sauerbrunn will
All right,
be
so
kicking
Philadelphia
off.
is going to kick the ball away, and that means New England will get first possession here in our third and final game of the day as the sun is setting and the light
This play will
fades
be the
away
first
on
of the
today.
game for the offense.
That sounded weirdly emo. Not intentional.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
First and 10.
On the ground. 1 yard gain by the running back.
We're going to go with a run to open the game up, and that'll be a gain of 1. See if we can figure out who the quarterback is here.
The Patriots line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback.
22-yard line.
Number 14.
Pressure coming with the throw.
Throws out to the left side. That's an interception return for a touchdown. Unbelievable.
The defender is
That
there
was
to
off
make
the hands of the receiver, it looked like, and just kind of fell into that receiver or the defender's lap. Excuse me. Oh, nope. It was just a clean interception. Ball a little too far upfield. Nice play. We have our third interception return for a touchdown of the day. Not a great start for the New England Patriots. They are 1-0 in, or
point after.
yeah, I believe they were 1-0 in the division as well. I think the Bills were the only team that lost in the AFC East last week. 23-yard interception return for Buckley. Took 3 seconds. We have a 7-0 game just like that. It's like New England didn't even get a first possession.
Sauerbrunn.
So here we go. It's like we were just here a mere 25 seconds ago.
And this one's a short kickoff. From the 10.
They're a big silhouette of like Donovan McNabb up there, but he's not on the team. No, Donovan McNabb, that's a great player. Oh, come on, Sean. It's a great quarterback.
Big advantage on the defensive side.
Great
of the
quarterback
ball.
to
Now, so what about
have.
the other guys? What are they
Michael
gonna try
Vick,
to do
obviously, probably the
offensively?
I'd
big,
expect
like,
to see him keep him off balance. You know, some draws, some reverses, some screens, things like that that are designed to take away their pursuit.
I was even trying to think, I'm like, going through, like, who the heck's playing in the NFC, you know, or the AFC West or the NFC West? Like, I don't remember any names.
Yeah, he made the right read.
Hasselbeck, Favre.
Nice play.
I don't even know who, like, the Vikings quarterback would have been around
Quarterback
this
gets
time.
set with only one back behind him.
Oh, Dante Culpepper.
7-yard line.
Because man, remember the Madden curse?
Dropping back, under pressure, throwing.
Send an unguarded man around the outside.
Yeah, that was
Nice
a
play
good
there to
recognition
make
by
sure
the
that the ball
quarterback.
gets out of
Where
the
to go
hands
with
of
football
the
against
quarterback.
blitz and knowing
Finds a
how to
nice,
get it there.
easy reception.
It's 1st and 10. Smith, the lone setback, looking upfield. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Not much there because he ran right into his offensive line and bounced around, and there's not a whole lot going on there. Brad Johnson. Oh, there's a quarterback. Man. It's also unfortunate that a couple of teams we've looked at have solid quarterbacks that are injured.
Soft hands on that reception.
Granted, Tom Brady not the
the
god that we know him to be, or he would become.
Third down, less than a yard. Ball on their own 44.
So third down in inches. Can you look up the ratings for like individual players? Tom Brady
at the 41-yard line.
Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down.
Oh, that's funny. Tom Brady's picture on Bing is him in a Buccaneers uniform.
The Eagles come out with 8 guys in the box.
41-yard line.
Eagle left. Eagle left. Give it all you got.
Pass play here on first down.
So in 2001, I'm sure we've looked at this before.
Brings up second.
81, the intended receiver on the play.
It's second down and 10 to go.
Oh, his rating must be because he's injured? So 57 of 51. He actually went down between 2001 and 2002. Rose, that was a dangerous throw. I thought that might get intercepted, but it's a nice find by Brad Johnson there. He's an 84 in 03, a 90 in 04, 95, 97, 98, 99, 99, 97, 95, 99, 98, 97, 93, 97, 94, 99, 99, 96, 90, 97. Whew. So I imagine he will be quite the difference maker. For the Texans? Who was that other quarterback? Breeze for the Panthers. If the Texans and the Panthers play in a couple weeks, that would be a fantastic matchup to watch. Drew Brees taking on Tom Brady. I don't know that Drew Brees would have the highest rating, but it is pretty wild that even injured, Tom Brady is the best quarterback option for the Houston Texans. Throw deep into the corner of the end zone, deflected. There's Donovan McNabb. That's so funny. Probably not funny to anybody but me, but I find it humorous. Third down and 8. A little over 2 minutes to go here. Haven't even seen the Philadelphia Eagles offense thanks to the pick 6. Long drive engineered here by Brad Johnson. He'll find number 81 over the middle. He'll get hit as he threw it. And it's still a completed pass. That is wild to think about, though. He was like a 79 overall, injured for 3 weeks, and still the best quarterback on the team. Nice job by the defense to hold them to a minimal gain. Number 92 there for the Philadelphia Eagles. Big fan of the Eagles helmet. Go ahead and put your guesses down below in the comments at which week I will look up Tom Brady's ratings again, because I will have forgotten those numbers 100%. Woo! That is a beautiful pitch to the left side and a terrific response drive by Brad Johnson. Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, just no one there. No one even touched him. One Eagle in the frame toward the end of that. The other one was running with the receiver. Easy peasy 6.
Dramatica comes in for the extra point.
They did say it's the no passing zone.
The kick is up.
Philadelphia Eagles say, hey, no passing, and the Patriots said, that's fine, we'll just run it. 12-play drive.
And they finished it with a trip to the end zone.
When you're out there for as many plays as those guys were, you increase your chances of making a mistake. Penalty, turnover, blown play, whatever. But give them credit. They kept it together, and they walked away with a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff
Team
team.
is lined up for the kickoff. Number 24
Sends it sailing. From the 1-yard line.
From about the goal line. He'll get up to the 20, slow down as he tries to create a path, but nothing there but Patriot jerseys. First time on the field for the Eagles offense. I'll start at the 22. And we have another Joey Harrington sighting. Starting for the Philadelphia Eagles. Performed very well for NFC South team, the Atlanta Falcons. Forgot they weren't in the same division there for a second. And we saw a similar play in the last game for the Dolphins. Kind of broken, blown up in the backfield. The quarterback just takes the ball, runs forward, slid down for a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9. High formation here.
It's the toss to the right.
Going to pitch to the right. They'll have all kinds of room. Well, it looked like that, but number 41 with a nice job in pursuit.
They hit their blocks, and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
McGahee, they're going to hand the ball off to him yet again.
8-yard gain.
Would not be surprised to see this be a consistent thing for the Philadelphia Eagles. 2nd-year quarterback Joey Harrington.
Ball on their own 40.
Goes back, throws to the right side. They'll find a completion right there.
They picked up the first down.
Was that
As a receiver, you
animation?
have to be ready for any type of pass. He did a good job of hanging on to that last one because it got there in a hurry.
Going to the air on 1st down. Gets the pass off. Rush was on, but it's a nice game thanks to
Really nicely designed play there by the Eagles. Gets the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quickly. Wide open receiver. The Patriots sent a little extra pressure that time. Really nicely dialed up play to set up a 2nd down and 1 following the first quarter break. The Eagles are 0-1, but they're tied with the 1-0 New England Patriots 7-7. A little confused where those linemen, or not the linemen, but the marker folks are. 2nd down and 1. Oh, they almost had him in the backfield, but McGahee a little too explosive. Maybe just got kind of caught up, didn't know if the quarterback was going to hand off to McGahee or try and run it himself. He was back there maybe a little bit too quickly. Nice play by Willis McGahee, though, to pick up the 1st down. And this Eagles drive continues with a 1st and 10 inside Patriots territory.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Toss play to the left.
Nice job by New England to stretch that toward the sideline.
Lost about a yard.
74 yards to 31, 69 pass yards for the Patriots. Nice. But the Eagles don't need that many yards when you have the 30-yard touchdown return for interception return for a touchdown. Boy, I said that all kinds of backwards. 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 43-yard line.
They'll go with a run once again.
And find some room. A really nice run. Probably about 8 yards on that one. 2nd down and short coming up.
Looks like he's headed for the sideline.
Uh-oh. They say something about the sideline. McGahee going to be out of the game. 3rd down and 2.
Closing in.
Harrington steps back, fires to the right side, finds a receiver. That's a nice, easy completion there. 3 consecutive completions for Joey Harrington. Picks up the 1st down.
He's playing very well right now.
1st and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
We'll see. Set. Get in there. Get in there.
Gets the toss to the left.
Pitch to the left side. Again, a pretty good job by the Patriots to stretch it out toward the sideline, but a better job blocking by the The Eagles picking up a couple there. You saw the rushing yard comparison. Eagles dominating so far on the ground. 2nd down and 6 following the 4-yard gain.
Going to the right.
Pitch to the right side.
Gets one, maybe
Again,
2
well
yards on the
defended.
toss.
It's not even McGahee that time. Number 27 didn't catch the last name.
They're in field goal range.
We have seen some wild stuff on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. He finds a wide open receiver.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here.
I agree with you. John Madden got the defender turned around there. And just a great call on a 3rd and 5. Went to his first read, and that worked out in his favor. Fired it in there. 1st and goal now.
Only one man back.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
Harrington sets up. And he's tackled behind the line by Ellis. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner is stuck.
As soon as he got the ball, there was a defender in his face to knock him down.
This Eagles drive has taken all kinds of time. 2nd down and goal from beyond the 10-yard line. Up the 11 and a half
They
here.
line up in the I formation.
2nd and goal. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Gets the handoff on the
They
delay.
go with a handoff again, and I believe that's Willis McGahee again. Ronald McKinnon appears to have injured his elbow on the play. That might bring the game clock to a screeching halt. We were really cruising through this first half between the Eagles and the Patriots, which is something you cannot say for some of these other games. Actually, just kidding. They let it run. We're going to hit the 2-minute warning here. Harrington actually going to snap the ball before that. Goes into the end zone. It's actually batted down, and the receiver had a pretty good shot at picking that ball up. It hit him like right in the hands, but not enough hand-eye coordination to grab that one and try and score. Instead, it'll be 4th and goal right at the 2-minute warning, or 2-minute mark.
This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. And it's on its way. Splits the uprights and good.
4.5-minute drive. 16-play, 64-yard drive. They really stuck with the run there, which was great for the game clock because it just kept going.
Sauerbrunn in to kick this one off.
Number 41 back to return.
Should be a return here. From the 1. Stiff arm.
Nice 25-yard return there. Patriots will have some time and timeouts to work with. Try and get their way down the field to try and tie this one up. Eagles are going to get the ball first after halftime.
Jaravicius goes in motion. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Pressure with the throw.
Throw to the left side. Finds a receiver. He'll be up
Amazing play.
past the 50. They'll be right. Just like that, they're in Eagles territory. 1st down and 10. The clock is moving. A little surprised not to see the Patriots use a timeout right there. They're going to do the smart thing. Just keep it going. Hit as he threw again. It'll be an incomplete pass, and the clock will stop with 1:35 to go. I thought maybe New England would want to take a timeout after the big long play. Get everybody settled down, get into the right play call. You're kind of knocking on the door of field goal range.
And end up giving up a big play to set them up.
But I do like the aggression. I like that they did not snap spike the ball, excuse me.
Incomplete. No one there that
John
time.
Lynch.
Now it's 3rd down after the incompletion.
If they're going to get the first here, they'll need their offensive line to maintain their block and give the quarterback enough time to make a good throw.
Pressure coming. He's
Johnson hit as he tried to throw the ball. They're going to call that a sack. Maybe he'd be able to get it out of his hand, but this Eagles defensive line doing a great job to get into the backfield. They put a couple of hits on him, forced an incompletion. Their defense obviously has the pick six. Philadelphia surprisingly not taking a timeout. I would be taking timeouts here. We're going to run about 30 more seconds off this clock, which means I'll have it at about 50, 45 to 50 ticks remaining.
This game to punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch.
There was no need to try and return that one. Well, he made the right decision there. They have two choices here. They can get a little greedy and try to drive for some more points, or they can just play it safe and go with a few running plays.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Hand it off. Gain of a couple on that carry. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
I have an odd play call there. I guess just too deep in their own territory to really want to take a chance. If you change your mind, be sure to throw the ball.
He hands it off. About a 4-yard gain.
Set up a 3rd down and 8. Maybe an opportunity for the Patriots to take a couple of timeouts, but everybody seems content to go to the locker room, and kind of a strange way to end the first half after a pretty entertaining first couple of quarters there. Philadelphia had the ball for 4.5 minutes en route to a field goal. I mean, you got New England responding nicely with a touchdown drive after the pick six. It's a good one. A good day of football here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. While these cheerleaders do their thing, I will remind you, and I'll do my thing here, to tell you to be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. We'll get scores and standings updates after the game. Look at that, very even. Even the Eagles now leading in time of possession. And they have a 3-point lead with first possession here in the second half. I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I do the same thing I just did. Run, run, run. Give Harrington easy throws, quick drops to like short hooks or slants. And just keep the clock moving.
Eagles will start this drive from the 20. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 20. McGahee.
They're going to do it. They're going to go right back to McGahee, and he's going to make a move and pick up 15 yards or so. 11 rushes, 5.2 yards per carry. He's over 55 yards rushing. 57 yards.
Only one man in the backfield.
And that is a good start for this Eagles offense. And again, a terrific run. Picks up another 9, maybe 10, depending on where they spot it. All they're going to do is wear this Patriots defense out. They're going to give it second and inches.
The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. McGahee.
We go with McGahee. A nice job by this Patriots defense to stand that line up and able to get into the backfield, prevent what I thought was going to be a surefire conversion on 2nd down and inches. 3rd down and 1. No, they're just going to give them 3rd down and inches, about a half yard here.
Make plays when the other team decides to go with the run.
The quarterback
The Eagles
set with
look
only
like they
one
bring in
back
their
behind him.
jumbo set.
McGahee.
Hand the ball off, and again, a terrific stand by the Patriots defense.
Dragged down before he
Went
could get to
down
the line
low,
of
got him in
They
the,
have great size
like
and
the
quickness up front. That
the
allows
knee
them to
area,
hold up
or
against
lower
the
than the
run,
knee area.
while also
Realized I
giving
didn't know
them
what the
speed
bone
to
was
rush
called.
the passer when they drop back
Flipped
to
him
pass.
upside down, and I mean, they give up 9 in like 3/4 on that first play, on that 1st and 10, and they're able to hold
Lines up in the backfield for the punt.
and
Here's
push
the
him
kick.
back 3/4 of a yard.
And he
on the
signals
final
for the
2.
fair catch.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage.
Terrific
team
stand by that
closed in for a
Patriots
big hit.
defense after the what I thought was a surefire 2nd down and inches. So from the 18, Patriots will have their first possession of the second half. Minute and a half gone here in the 3rd quarter. It's like an I formation.
Gets rid of
Gonna
it.
throw it
Ooh,
quickly, and that
nearly
looked like it was
picked
just a
off.
little
John,
too
that went
far in
right
front of the
off
receiver.
defender's fingertips.
Oddly enough, I thought that
I
was
think
going to be
everyone else was
intercepted.
thinking the same thing.
I think it was a better throw for the defender than it was for
than he had right there.
his own teammate.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
On the 18-yard line.
Come on, D up. Get at him. Set.
It's the toss to the left.
Pitch to the left side.
He loses
Oh,
it.
it's going to be a
Second straight.
fumble.
Recover.
And he
So they get a
recovered it all
second chance.
himself. What a
Well, just
weird
took a
play
lucky
that
out.
was.
Right back to the offense.
So it's 3rd down and long. Smith, the deep back.
3rd down and 14.
14-yard line.
Gets rid of it.
Johnson throws it quickly, and it's broken up
Hands, but it just couldn't
by
hang
the
on.
Eagles, and that'll be a quick 3 and out for this Patriots team.
Just couldn't hang on to it.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt.
Kick is away. Should be pretty solid field position. They'll take it at about the 42, and they're immediately into Patriots territory at the 45-yard line. Bailey with a terrific
Guys
return
got
there.
downfield quick enough to prevent anything from developing.
Set. Hut. Hut. Got him. You got him. Catch the ball.
It's looked like a weird handoff.
Couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line.
New England
When your
Patriots
defensive
defense here
guys up
selling
front can
out
control the line of
for
scrimmage,
the
it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
2nd and long. Ball on the 45-yard line.
selling out to stop the run. They'll lose to Joey Harrington, but they are not going to lose to this running back.
He gets the
Harrington's
catch.
going to hand the ball off again and again.
Couldn't find any room
Patriots
on that
defense
They
just
really
selling
hustle on
out
the defensive
Richardson
side
that
of the
time
ball.
on the
They're very
run.
good at clogging up
And
the
just like
line,
that, it's 3rd
limiting the
down and
number of
10.
holes and cutback lanes at the back has to choose from.
D up. Out. You got it.
Harrington sets up, using motion.
Give it all you got, D. Come on.
Harrington drops back,
Looking left for the
throws
ball.
deep down the seam, and he's going to find a receiver at the 15-yard line. Big play, nice catch down the left sideline. I imagine if the Eagles team is going to run this kind of offense throughout the season, use your second-year quarterback, turn around, hand the ball off. Not going to get a ton of opportunities to catch the ball, so you need to make sure that you are ready when it comes your way. And Northcutt with a nice reception on that one to give a 1st down and 10 to the Eagles at about the 14-yard line. They'll go right back to McGahee in the ground game.
Running back
Knocks over the first guy, kind of stumbles over his legs as he tries to go for the spin move. Pick up a couple.
Only one
This
man
crowd
back.
very quiet to allow these Eagles to work. 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4.
Under pressure, gets the pass
That's a
off.
throw
Then
to the
incomplete
left
pass
side.
will bring up 3rd
Doesn't really
down.
do a whole lot.
Intended receiver on the play.
About 6 to go. Ball on the 10-yard line. Harry gets set. Tosses it out to the left.
Pitch to the right side. Now Michaels that time tripping me up. They're going to mark him short. McGahee, 76 rushing yards. So 17 after contact. I mean, that's you got to go for it here. It's 4th and inches. Wow. I am surprised they marked him down short like that. It will lead to a field goal.
This field goal from about 22 yards away. And it's up. And it's
Kick is up and the kick is good. So 1 minute and 55 off the clock. 7-play drive. Big conversion on a 3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 10, something like that. To the left side, climb the ladder a little bit. North cut with a nice reception.
Sauerbrunn is back and ready to put this one in the air.
41 back to return.
Decent kick. We should have
1:05 to go here in quarter number 3.
From the 4-yard
The way this
line.
Eagles team plays, it's really cutting down the game length.
Great job on the last series, forcing the offense to go 3 and out.
First and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Set.
Closing in. Throws it.
Steps up and
Pass is
throws.
complete.
Finds a nice
Johnson
reception
wins
there
that
near the
pass in there.
35-yard
Now
line. That'll be a
is a
1st
great
and
throw.
10 for the
Quarterback
Patriots.
surveyed
Under a
the
minute to go
field,
here in
found
quarter
the
number
open
3.
guy, and got the ball to him in a hurry.
First and 10. Ball on their own 35. Tosses it out to the right.
Oh, that's a nicely defended play right there. They stretched it to the sidelines. Not super well blocked. You can see Smith, -1 yard. McGahee with 76. A really nice job there. And we've seen the Patriots do a good job here in the second half to stretch some runs out to the side, really sell out as a defense to stop this Philadelphia offensive unit. We might have a false start penalty here. We've seen, I believe, the first penalty of the day.
I think that guy
Oh, no, we
forgot
saw
what the
clipping.
snap
We saw
was.
clipping. That's right. It's been a clean game, though.
It's now 2nd and long after the penalty. Jaravicius goes in motion.
2nd down and 19 as Jaravicius makes a move. Oh my goodness, he blitzed right up the middle, split all the defenders. A great look here on the right, and just kind of ran into Brad Johnson, the quarterback.
You never want to see him go down like that.
Man, it went from, what was it, 2nd and 9 to 2nd and... No, it was a big loss. So 2nd and 14 to like 2nd and 19 to 3rd and 24. They're back right about where they started this drive. Johnson looks, fires. It's a big play, but you need a lot. And a short-handed tackle on the backside makes sure that the Patriots face a 4th down. We're going to head to quarter number 4. 5 minutes to decide this one. 13-7 your score. Eagles looking to pick up a win here against the Patriots. I haven't seen a lot of offense out of some of these teams. The Jets and the Dolphins both scored defensive touchdowns. Other than that, it was 4 field goals between the two teams.
That's a good job of getting downfield by the cover team to force the fair catch.
Eagles have settled for 2 field goals offensively with their defensive touchdown.
It's 1st and 10. They line up in the I formation. Cross play to the right.
Looks to the right. He's going to break a tackle deep in the backfield.
Couldn't
We'll
find
get
an opening.
closer to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still likely be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up. And this, I mean, these are good calls by the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't do anything dumb deep in your own territory. Play the field position game. Your defense has been really good throughout the day. They have the interception return for a touchdown. They did give up the long drive that got the Patriots that let the Patriots tie the game. But since then, it's been shut down Eagles defense.
And 11. Ball on the 9-yard line.
Pressure coming with the throw.
Oh,
You're
that
lucky
was
that one wasn't
almost
good
an
call.
interception.
Yeah, he had an
Probably
excellent
should have been by
opportunity
number
to end the drive
55.
right there. He just couldn't bring it in.
Harrington incredibly lucky on that one. Probably felt the pressure coming off to his right.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 9-yard
That's going to force the Eagles into a pretty obvious passing situation on a 3rd down and long. I'd be surprised if the Patriots bring any extra defenders. I would. Actually, looked like they did bring an extra defender. They brought
He
a
was looking for a
blitzer
place to
off
cut
the
back.
left side.
The defenders had all their gaps, and there was no place to cut it all.
And again, just don't let your don't put the game in the hands of your second-year quarterback. You don't need a mistake this deep in your end zone. Hand it off, run some clock a little bit.
From the 49.
Oh my goodness, a tremendous run back here. He's going to be inside the 30.
There, John.
And then he
Brad
just
Johnson
ran
and the
out of steam.
Patriots might
But
be
I'll tell you
playing this field
he gave
position
him
game
great field
perfectly.
position.
Is that perhaps Charles Woodson sighting there?
Inside enemy territory.
So 1st and 10 with 4:01. Philadelphia still in a pretty solid position, even if you give up the touchdown here.
Pressure, throws it, and it's caught. Bruner is doing a good
Sure-handed
job
tackling
again,
by these Eagles
contributing his
defenders.
4th catch of the game.
Almost got into the quarterback. They almost got to the quarterback again, I should say. That D-line has been doing a great job. They've knocked Brad Johnson down a couple of
Quarterback
times,
lines
some
up with 2
sacks.
backs behind him.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Hand off to the tailback. Smith picks up about 5 on that run, moving the chains in the process.
McGahee with
Yeah,
75
the defense
yards.
was
Smith
looking
with a
around. He was
measly
already by
3.
before they knew what hit him.
Averaging a 1/3 of a yard a carry. That is not good. But when you convert for a 1st down, it's good regardless of what
It's
your
1st and
average
10.
is.
Ball on the 14-yard line. The quarterback gets set with only 1
Pitch
back
to the
behind
left
him.
side. Nice job by the Eagles defense to stretch that out. 5 yards on the ground for the Patriots. About 76 for the Eagles.
Philadelphia comes out in a 46.
12-yard line.
Gilden drags the ball carrier down behind the line. Looks for a seam in the middle, but there's nothing there.
The defense had great penetration, and they were right there to cover their gap assignments.
Philadelphia looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dive.
And that is a terrific play on the defensive end there. Or the back end of the defense. Oh my goodness. Hit him right as that ball got there. Jarred it loose. What do the Patriots do here? They're going to go for, looks like Jeff Blake is their backup quarterback. They're going to go for the field goal. I like this call. I think it's a good call.
For about a 30-yard field goal attempt. And it's on its
Kick
way.
is up, and the kick is good. Been playing the field position game. You can still work with that angle.
In this game is turning.
And you're shortening the amount of field you need to cover with your kicker. I think that's the big thing. There's plenty of time. Talked about it a little bit with one of the games earlier today, where you not ideal to get, double or like 2 field goals or whatever, but at the same time,
Team lines up.
cut it to a 1-score game, or cut it to a 1 field goal game. I think the other one would have cut it to 1 point, and then another field goal would have made it a 2-point lead for them.
The offense has a chance to put
But
this
work
one
with what you
away
have. You have
with
plenty of time here.
have to be careful and
You
protect
don't
the
need a
ball.
ton of field. Because if you go for it there on 4th down and you miss it, then you're in like a heap of trouble. Whereas now, got a good kicker, knock it through, tie the game, play for overtime. don't think there's anything necessarily or inherently wrong with playing for overtime.
Decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments.
So the Eagles most likely will just kind of run the ball here,
They
which
line
is what
up
I
in the
would
I
do.
formation.
Milk it down to 2 minutes, so the Patriots can take a timeout with a nice stop here.
Using motion.
They can take a timeout, and they'll get the ball back with plenty of time and two timeouts remaining. I like what we're seeing here from the Eagles. Probably could have run another 20 seconds or so off the clock.
Him down at the 21-yard line. Running back picks up about
But I guess either way, you're going to run that play and then run it to the 2-minute warning, so it probably doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
It's 3rd down and 7 to go. Ball on their own 21.
Actually, if I'm the
2 minutes
Patriots,
left.
maybe would have taken a timeout there.
The Patriots come out in a nickel package.
I don't know. Maybe that is a bad call by the Eagles to snap it with that much time. I don't think it mattered in the grand scheme in the context of a video game, but I think in a real game,
At the 20-yard line. Great read by
they're gonna get. They only that play took 1 second off the
You know
clock.
what they like to do
They're
out
probably
there,
playing a
go
little
through
too
lots of film
conservatively
study
here,
and
with just
Well, you know
a
what
little
that team
too
likes to call
afraid.
in certain situations, 3rd and long,
Shockingly,
2nd and short. It
New
really
England
gives
not
you an
taking a
edge on
timeout here.
defense. I bet the defensive coordinator is telling his guys on the sidelines to get
Especially
ready.
after a
It'll be
1
up
second
to
play.
them
Bam,
to
timeout.
Stop any comeback
Call it.
attempt, then hold on for the win.
2 timeouts, nearly 2 minutes to go. Come on. Of course, maybe only needing a field goal kind of plays into the decision making a bit there.
Here's the kick.
Kick is away.
The return is setting up nicely, and he has room to run with it.
We're going to need 20 yards.
The quarterback
to tie this
probably the
game,
guy making this thing
51
happen. He
yards
should
to
realize
win
that
it.
There's still a lot of time left, knowing it's only a field goal they need. As long as he can move them down the field.
So
quickly
1:13
and
to
avoid
go
3rd
here.
and
Full
long,
allotment of
they'll
timeouts,
have
I
a
believe,
chance to-
for the New England Patriots. That
Back to
is
the field.
correct.
The Patriots
No
line up
challenges.
with a 5 receiver set this time. Throwing short to the right
Johnson
side.
nearly
And that brings
threw
up
the
2nd down.
game-ending interception. You got to come down with that one, walking to the wrong sideline. Wow.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
On the 49-yard line.
Johnson gets set, drops back, under pressure. The
Johnson does throw the game-ending interception. I mean, the game's not over yet. Sorry, that was very loud. I
I'll
apologize.
tell you, these interceptions
But
are all
Johnson
about
threw
timing.
that interception. Now New
These
England's going to have to
backs
use all their timeouts here to contain the run. Use all their timeouts. They're going to have much worse field position. Wow. Just a bad throw. Number 23 was kind of cheating toward the
This
inside.
one is just about in the book.
Maybe kind of like a double move toward the outside. Could probably get him,
So
but
they have 1st and 10 here.
that's a pick, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to cling to this 3-point lead. Offense hasn't been great.
McGahee, the deep man. McGahee.
They've been able to cap off a drive or two with some
New England
field goals,
calls a
but
timeout.
that is
They have
not what
2
you want.
timeouts left.
1st down and 10. We'll see New England, taking a timeout immediately after the 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Richardson. New England
Tried to go for the
calls a
handoff
timeout.
there to the
They have 1
fullback.
remaining. They went
Nothing
backward on
doing
that.
there, and it's
They
another one of
ran
those
right into
really
the blitz.
quick
They should have
1-second
changed the play at
plays.
the line. Maybe an audible to a
Patriots do a
sweeper
good
pass.
job to call a timeout
Like a quick
immediately.
slant.
60 seconds to go, 3rd down and
I'm
7.
guessing this should
If
be a
you're
run.
Philadelphia,
The defense can't
do
be
you put the ball in the
lollygagging
hands of your
around,
quarterback?
Because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate. Of
Might
each
be
team.
worth trying to
Third down
run.
conversions are usually
If that's a
good
tight end up at
barometer
the
of
top
how
of the
well your offense is
formation,
playing.
not the guy who's
Means your
moving, but up at the
offense
top
is
of
making
that
big plays
line.
when they need 'em.
You try to run him out a little bit and just
New England will call a timeout
Just
here.
up, quick,
They
out,
have none left.
like a three-step
They
drop,
can't quite
throw it.
close this one out. They'll have to punt it away, and clearly the
Probably what
opposition
I
will
would do,
everything
but
they
I
can
think
to block
forcing
it.
New England, to take that final timeout is probably the correct call. 57 seconds to go here.
Going 3 and out. Here's the punt. And he chooses not to return this one.
It's going to be fair
Into
caught,
the end
but
zone,
it'll
touchdown.
drift into the end zone, so New England's
They
going to
got some
need
time.
45
They need to get
yards
out of
here,
bounds
30
to
to the
get to
50,
about the
from the 20 to the 50,
35
that's
to give their
30.
kicker a chance.
Get to the
It's
35,
Ball on their own
it's
20.
another 15, so 45 yards in 49 seconds. The whole field is open here for the Patriots.
Dumps it over. Perfect pass.
In that case, you need to get out of
These
bounds.
guys are just out
That's
there
not what I
playing
meant
a
when I
little
said the whole
pitch and
field
catch.
was open. That's a
Make it
great
look
throw.
easy.
Love the
Looks
little
like they're
9-yard
gonna
gain
go
right
with a
there.
no-huddle.
Just get it started.
He'll stop the clock with a spot.
You can't waste those extra seconds.
They'll be looking
You got to
convert
fight to
here
get
on
out of
third down.
bounds, not fight to get
One
up
thing
the
they can't
field.
afford to do here is take a sack. So they might want to keep it back to block for maximum protection.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 1.
Johnson gets set. They're blitzing, closing in, slings it to the outside. He was
It's an
wide
all
open.
right incompletion. I know it's going to set up a 4th down and 1, but that was probably not going to go much of anywhere. Worst case scenario was going to lose some yards. They're lucky it wasn't a fumble. We did see the kind of
Down
weird
by one
fumble
score, facing a
earlier
crucial
today.
4th down.
Time is not on their side right now because they need that touchdown fast.
They're going to throw it, and that's off the back of the receiver. Just a little bit too quick on the release.
That
And
was a conversion the
Philadelphia
offense needed. They have to be disappointed.
is going to
It's
be
worse because now the
walking
other
out of
team
here
has the ball.
victorious.
And a kneel down here ends the game since the defense can't stop the clock.
Wow. Philadelphia got off to a hot start defensively with the interception returned for a touchdown. Incredibly efficient drive that took off 4.5 minutes on the off of the clock. And they got a field goal. It was a weird final, 2 minutes. Nobody really did anything.
2nd and long. Ball on the 31-yard line.
3 field goals after that 7-7 tie, and Philadelphia got 2 of them. 13-10 your final here. And a very good day of action. I thought that was a very solid day of football. Haven't always seen that here, especially last week. Pretty rough start, but that Packers-Vikings game, real good.
This game reaches its conclusion with the final score, Philadelphia 13, New England 10. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
Okay, let's get the rest of this week simmed. Let's get you some scores, some stats, or standings, I should say. I always say stats, but takes about 28 seconds to save. Ish. Not an exact science, but a little 30-second ad right there. We will simulate the week. Falcons with Michael Vick not looking very good to start the season here, as we will see that they fall to Washington 34-13. Ravens take out the Browns 24-10. Lions over the Packers 38-19. That moves Detroit to 2-0. Titans they fall to the Colts 38-6. Oh my goodness. Jaguars they pick up a victory, and that'll be a 20-17 victory. So I think the Titans are going to be the only team of the AFC South that did not win this week. It was only because they played another AFC South team this week. The Chiefs beat the Steelers 20-13 at Arrowhead. We got a lot of 0-2 teams here. Titans, Bills, Steelers, Texans. Texans win by 6, 20-14 over the Saints. That drops the Saints to 0-2 as well. The Jets, with a 6-point victory over the Dolphins, improved to 2-0. 49ers taking on the Rams in St. Louis. The 49ers will go home victorious 21-17. Seahawks improved to 2-0 with a 23-17 victory over the Cardinals. The Buccaneers all over the Panthers, 48-17. And that Panthers team is going to be interesting because they are going to get Drew Brees back here in a couple weeks. So we'll keep an eye on them. And we'll also keep an eye on the Texans with the Tom Brady injury. Bengals improved to 2-0. They are victorious over the Raiders 19-13. We watched the Eagles survive the Patriots. Each team now 1-1, 13-10. Broncos beat the Chargers by 2 scores, 30-14. Bears, they fall to the Vikings by 4, 28-24. And the Cowboys, they are victorious by 1, 20-19. They are now 2-0. Next week, some interesting games here. You got I thought the Bengals were playing the Ravens. I thought that was going to be more interesting. Jets, Patriots, Saints, and Titans. Someone's going to get a victory. Victory by default there. See if we have any 2-0 teams playing each other. No. that kind of sucks. That is okay. We got Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. Buccaneers had a big win this week, and the Falcons have struggled so far. Take a quick look at the standings here. Let's see if we can sort the column here. A lot of 0-2 teams. Titans, Bills, Falcons, Giants, Steelers, Saints, Cardinals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams 0-2 to start the season. That is not good. Right now, the Buccaneers, Ravens, Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks, Jets, Bengals. 7 teams 2-0, 7 teams 0-2. So that means the remaining teams are all 1-1. Pretty wild. Three undefeated teams in the AFC. 4 undefeated teams in the NFC. 2 of the AFC's undefeated are in the same division. And that division is the AFC North. Ravens and Bengals, they lead their division at 2-0. The Browns behind at 1-1. The Steelers, winless at 0-2. The AFC South picked up a bunch of victories today. Colts, Jaguars, Texans, they all won. Titans the only team not to win because they lost to the Colts. AFC East has the Jets out in front after we watched the Dolphins lose to the Jets to drop them to 1-1. The Patriots fell to the Eagles. Bills 0-2. AFC West is wide open at an even 1-1 across the board. NFC North has the Lions out in front at 2-0. The Packers, Vikings, Bears all 1-1. The NFC South has the Panthers at 1-1, and that is following a pretty big win for them. They got blown out to the Buccaneers, who lead at 2-0. Saints and Falcons 0-2. NFC East has the Cowboys out front at 2-0. Washington at 1-1. The Eagles at 1-1, and the Giants at 0-2. NFC West is the same way. Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, and that'll do it. NFC East and West, identical standings. All right, there you go. I'd like to thank the Philadelphia Eagles for really sucking some clock there. That was big of you. Real big of you. We'll find some games to watch next week of some teams that we probably haven't seen just yet, and I'll have to look forward a little bit to see what games to keep an eye on. So we'll see kind of what happens over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Obviously, we'll watch all of the games throughout the entire season. So I don't know why I said it over the next couple of weeks. Once we hit week 10, I usually mention this, but once we hit week 10, we'll start to move towards more of the playoff matchups, and some teams will fall to the wayside as we watch the rush for the playoffs unfold. But right now, it's just about watching all the teams, checking out who they have on their team, and just kind of having some fun with it. Again, if you like that, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Every Tuesday you can catch another installment of Madden NFL 2004. Still haven't found an outro, so click right here to be sure to subscribe. Over here you can watch last week's episode, and here is some other video, probably yesterday's video, and I don't even know what that is because I haven't recorded it yet. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.